たくさん人がいる。
子犬ども始めるぞ。
抜き打ちです。
心を無にして手汗かいてきた。心を無にして心を無にして。
ではご
寝る寝る。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
子犬どもは
集中したいんですけど。できましたけど。集中したいんですけど。何？人に作れないものはない。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
子犬どもは
永遠の命なんてなくても色が変わってく。ブクブクいってる。
Oops, I forgot to move the files from
永遠の
yesterday.
命なんてなくても。
Whoops! That's alright though. We'll just do it now.
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
I'm sure. Maybe? Question mark? Exclamation point? Okay.
合理的に考えない。興味はある。検証が大事。泥を金に
The
変える。
question mark exclamation point of it all.
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
頭に叩きこ。
一人で十分。論理的に考えない。論理的に考えない。論理的に考えない。論理的に考えない。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
頭に叩きこ。
成功。命のありかは命のありかは
完璧すぎて困りますわ。
シミュレーション通り。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
頭に叩きこ。
寝る寝る。シミュレーション通り。命のありかはできましたけど。あざーす。
励んでますね。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
Alright, everyone, I'm just sending out my tweet that they're still doing their lessons anyway.
しつけの時間だ。
抜き打ちです。
帰りたい。僕を見ないでくれ。手汗かいてきた。僕を見ないでくれ。僕を見ないでくれ。
ではごきげんよう。
今日は
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
頭に叩きこ。
何？永遠の命なんてなくても。何？永遠の命なんてなくても。まずかな。
グッボーイ。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
しつけの時間。
検証が大事。泥を金に変える。検証が大事。腕が疲れた。論理的に考えなよ。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
1週間分の気力を使い果たした。
Alright, everybody. Let's go on my regular Calxiyn screen. Hi, guys. How's it going? I totally forgot about my whatever training camp. Whatever the heck is going on with this. So, whoops. Oops. Yeah, I also forgot to move the files from yesterday's stream. So, we have to do that now. I mean, I can still start recording. Like, I have enough space. I'm not at, like, 0 space. It's just, you know, I just forgot. Oh! Is this Ortho's birthday background? I did not... Let's make sure we buy that, because we had this whole thing where I forgot to buy the backgrounds for... where is it? I forgot to buy the backgrounds and I got sad for the Rapunzel event. So let's go ahead and get the backgrounds for Ortho while we're here. Let's just get them all. I have so many awakening potions, it's kind of ridiculous.
Thank you.
True Halloween behavior. What was that about? That I forgot about trading? Did you pull for Ortho? No. I can't. Guys, look at these gems. Look at this. This is like poverty in Twisted Wonderland. I can't even afford a single pull. So no, I didn't. Obviously, they give us, what, 2 free pulls now? If we do events. I wonder, here's what I'm wondering. Will the doing my training camp with Ortho count towards his birthday stuff? Is that gonna work? I don't know. You tell me. Probably not. We'll find out. Question mark. Exclamation point. I'm not sure. This is just like there's so much going on here. It's so busy. Hello! Hi, Saiken? Saiken from Dysomnia is here. I like that. Everyone should announce themselves that way. You guys should all tell me what dorms you think you would be in Twisted Wonderland. It's Ortho's birthday. I'm sad I can't pull for his cozy card because I'm saving. Yeah, I mean, guys, I said this a couple streams. You know, I said this for a couple streams, but like, I put myself in debt basically trying to get Azul's birthday card because I don't know if you guys know this, but I make thumbnails for Arnold and usually Arnold pays me. But this time he's not paying me because instead he paid for my Twisted Wonderland pulls. So I'm a thumbnail indentured servant. Like I'm basically an indentured servant until I pay off my debt, which is probably like 20 thumbnails. I don't know. Maybe 15 thumbnails. I'm Rose from Octavanil. I like this. But yeah, we will get started here shortly. Hey, does anybody want to ask me about my opinion for the, about the Frozen? Oh, I can't change the background. Hide. Oh, yes, I can. About the does anyone want to ask me about my opinion on the Frozen outfits that we saw at D23? So I can clip farm and I can pretend like you guys wanted to know my opinion. And that someone asked naturally when that is not at all what happened. I'm looking for Harvestin. I'm trying to find a Harvestin background because I think that'll be nice. I'd like to know. I'm glad. I like how you guys are playing along. You're like, I'll do it, Cal. I'll bite the bullet. I'll give you one for free. Here, let's also change Azul just because, like, I don't know, he looks a little scary looking. I feel like I should put somebody else up here on screen and then I'll talk about it. Here, let's put Idia. Idia looks cute in his little mittens. Are we announcing ourselves? I'm Cookie from Ingenite. I'll play. What do you think? Alright. Well, first I have to start recording. Alright. Clip farming. This is what D23 is, to clip farm in the middle of my Twisted Wonderland stream. Alright. Alright, let's prep that. Alright, you guys ready? Actually, hold on, I should probably have a projection of this in front of me so I can see it a little better. Let's project that source out so I can see. And then let's also project, you know what, sometimes it might be easier just to record. But I'm like, I don't have time to record today. We have so much to do. And then the entertainment panel is tonight. Right. Well, let's take that out first. All right, ready? Is everybody ready? Okay. All right, I'm ready. Cal, what do you think of the new outfits for Elsa and Anna? I am so glad that you asked, Twitch and YouTube chat. Also, hi, I'm streaming Twisted Wonderland Halloween. That's why I'm dressed like this. All right, let's talk about it, okay? So, I really like Elsa's outfit. I'm a sucker for the outfits that have those gloves with like the thing that goes all the way to the finger. I think that she looks great. I like the hood. I will say though, right, Elsa fans have pointed out that she's back in her braid, and like the whole point was at the end of Frozen 2, like her hair was supposed to represent freedom, you know, like that's why Elsa's hair in the first Frozen, as you'll see in my handy graphic here, is all like, you know, bunned up at the back in this tight braid. It's supposed to represent how she is controlled and confined and all that stuff. Then she lets her hair down for Let It Go. But then in Frozen 2, we get the hair fully down. So I guess my argument for now, it might be that she feels confined again by something. Like, obviously, I hope this movie will have a conflict, so that doesn't bother me too much. Some people are saying she looks like Loki. I don't know what that means, but you know what? I'm kind of glad that she's in, like, a pretty sparkly dress. I mean, obviously, at the end of Frozen 2, we had a pretty sparkly dress, but, like, she was kind of in, like, a Superman super suit, right? And, like, the sort of in-between there. Right? For the tech demo part of Frozen 2, which is when she's like riding on the horse into the water. So I'm glad that we have a pretty dress. Now here's the controversial opinion, all right? I may have some controversial opinions on this, okay? So when it comes to Anna, I'm not loving anything about this, to be honest, okay? For me, I feel like Anna's color is green, right? Springtime, life, all of those fun things. The only time where we've really seen her deviate from that is when she's wearing is when she's wearing the royal colors, right? Oh my god, let me do that again. You guys are seeing, this is how the magic happens. Is when she's wearing the royal colors, right? Like how Elsa is wearing the magenta, right? That's kind of like the royalty color. Obviously for Anna, it's a more brighter pink, but then in Frozen 2, she has that color, and that's kind of foreshadowing that she will be queen by the end of the movie, right? Even though when she is in her queen outfit, it's a very dark purple back there. I guess the argument could be that the pink that she's wearing is supposed to be a sort of lighter color to show that she's bringing the kingdom into a new age, right? You know, with Anna's, like, sage wisdom and all that stuff, right? Her becoming queen at the end of Frozen 2. But I feel like it's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like her. I kind of like the sleeves, like, I like the silhouette of it, I guess. Even though, well, here's another problem. I made a whole video about the problems with Hex, and part of it was explaining character design language and how Billy and her mom look very similar, right? Whereas with a lot of Disney duos, we have kind of like the big one and then like the skinny one, right? And it doesn't even need to be skinny, like thin, but just like their features, if that makes sense. And I put a bunch of examples in the Hex video. Maybe I'll go find that footage. So my thing is that before, I feel like that Anna and Elsa kind of did have different, I don't know, it felt like that they had different silhouettes at least. Like I feel like that Elsa, especially in her Frozen 1 adventure outfit, is a bit more top heavy, like heavy up here, whereas Elsa was more bottom, I guess, right, with the big flowing cape. And I guess Anna has a cape too, but I'm sure you guys understand what I mean, right? I don't know, you know? But obviously then Elsa changes her outfit into a more like freeing, flowy, all of that sort of stuff. Anyhow, right, I don't think I like the color scheme, right? I'm not sure about the silhouettes in the first place, because they don't seem all that different, but I guess Elsa has her big cape, so that may help to differentiate them, right? But yeah, I almost wish that Elsa was in the more, right, free, adventuring clothes, and obviously Anna's going on the adventure, so she needs adventuring clothes too, but like, this is actually the time that I would advocate maybe for pants or something, because I feel like silhouette-wise, they just look so similar, whereas you can kind of see, right, when you look at the little Elsas and Annas right up here, you can kind of see where Anna becomes queen and has that more bottom-heavy silhouette like Elsa does at the beginning of the first Frozen, right, and they basically swap off. In a way, they basically kind of rotate, right? So yeah, I don't like the pink pastel. It doesn't feel like it fits in with that royal magenta color language that they were using in the first couple movies. And it also doesn't seem green enough to be like Anna's green color. So I don't like it. I don't know what they're doing. Obviously, this could be a new color for like a new character arc or something, but I don't know. It feels very like like Aurora, like, you know what I mean? Like, we need one of them to be pink and we need one of them to be blue. Like, I almost wonder if it was more of a marketing sort of thing, right? Like, ooh, the girls need a pink dress. And I'm like, that's literally never been a problem with Frozen before. I don't know why we would start having a problem now, but yeah. So, those are my main points. I don't like the pink because I feel like it kind of goes against the color language of the previous Frozen movies, and I feel like, I mean, I guess it depends on her character arc, right? It depends on what kind of arc they're going to give her, but I would have liked something that seemed to imply that Anna's like kind of struggling with maybe her role as queen, but also still wants to go back to like how things were before, the springtime. But yeah, I feel like their silhouettes are too similar now. Okay, yeah, Twitch chat and YouTube chat is agreeing. They also think that the silhouettes were sort of different before. Especially because at the end, right, if you look at the end of Frozen 2, right, Anna's hair is up, like she's the one that's, you know, royal confined, if you want to call it that. She's the one confined and the dress is the heavier part, whereas Elsa, right, her hair's free-flowing and so is her dress, but it's a bit more narrow. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. I feel like they designed Elsa first and then Anna was just an afterthought. Which, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be the first time, but anyway. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about them bringing the braid back. But yeah, those are my theories and opinions for now. But the good thing is, right, here's the thing though, is that Frozen always has multiple outfits, right? If you look at the chart, again, that we have over here, right? If you look at the chart that we have over here, like, those 5 outfits for Elsa are all Frozen 2 outfits, like the ones that are near the end. So, just because this is the one outfit that they're using for marketing or for the standees, right? These are things for people to take pictures with at D23. Just because they're using that doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be her only or even her primary outfit. This may just be the one that they wanted to show off for whatever reason. Maybe this was the one that was ready, right? And this is like very early in the movie and she has some other ones. Who knows, right? Who knows? I'm almost scared to think that the light pink may be prominent if Anna's going to be a bride. Well, here's my thing. I actually think that that's why they went away from the white. That's my conspiracy theory, because Anna is going to have a white wedding dress. Now, I'm not too familiar with, like, Nordic traditions, so I don't even know if, like, white would be a bridal color, right? Like, the idea that white is sort of associated with weddings is a fairly recent, but like, I don't know, the last, what, 200 years or so? I don't even think so. Maybe like, 200 kind of sounds right. Anyway, right, 150, whatever. So when you think of it that way, right, I think that that's why they took Elsa out of the white. That's my conspiracy theory, because they don't want her to look too similar to Anna later, who they are giving a white wedding dress. I don't even know if this wedding is going to happen, to be honest. I kind of feel like that we're getting an Aladdin King of Thieves situation, but at the same time, we still saw Jasmine in the wedding dress. The wedding was just interrupted. I have a feeling they're going to elope, is basically what I'm saying, and they won't even give us a wedding dress, because I feel like Disney is kind of allergic to giving their characters wedding dresses now, right? There was this whole thing of like, oh, Disney is like promoting whatever, like little girls only care about getting married and stuff, and so we haven't, when's the last time we got a wedding dress? We didn't get one at the end of Tangled. They didn't give us one until the Tangled, like the short they did with them getting married. So I kind of think that Anna may not even end up in a white dress. She might just end up eloping, but I don't know. But I feel like that's why they took the white away from Elsa. They took the white away because Anna is either, she's going to have a white wedding dress, but it's going to get discarded because this wedding is not actually happening, right? Or, it's because, like, that wedding dress is going to turn into some sort of, like, shorter outfit, and it's gonna be like, and we're going to go elope, you know? We're gonna go in the woods. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if what happened, guys, make sure to remember this, because this might be important for when Frozen 3 comes out. I won't be surprised if the wedding at the kingdom is discarded entirely, and Anna gets a kind of, like, Princess and the Frog moment situation, and like they're in the woods with the trolls, and she has a very like mossy green with a lot of flowers, like she has that sort of like wedding dress. And so that is everything I have to say, I think. Maybe oh my god, I've been recording for 11 minutes. This is not gonna be a YouTube short. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I might need to re-record that later, but I'll probably use this. I'll probably just shorten down. But yeah, I think that she's gonna get a troll wedding dress with Kristoff. Exactly. Exactly. But thanks you guys for asking and letting me talk about it. But yeah, that's my main beef, is that I feel like color scheme-wise, it's a little odd for Anna. I feel like that it doesn't necessarily fit into the character arc, like the character arc color language that we've gotten so far. And so that's my main complaint. The clip farming is complete. Yeah, I'll have to edit that, obviously, into something coherent, but thank you guys for humoring me. I'm so bad at clip farming because I love to yap, but YouTube only gives you, like, 3 minutes, so I think I'll leave my theory about whether or not the wedding's happening out of it, and I'll just focus on, like, the silhouette and the color stuff, and I'll make that, make sense. Anyhow, I like this music, though. This music was very jaunty. I liked it. But yeah, so here's the other thing. I fucked up. Tomorrow is the Kingdom Hearts panel. I kept saying it was on Sunday. It's not. It's not on Sunday. It's tomorrow. So, I don't think I'm going to stream Twisted Wonderland tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go live with the Kingdom Hearts panel, and then after I may pull for Odette, but that means that I mean, I guess in a roundabout way, I do get my day off tomorrow after all, which was kind of called into contention. I didn't know if I was gonna actually take a day off tomorrow, or what was that? Or if I was just gonna stream, so hold on, let me write that in my schedule. Kingdom Hearts panel at, I don't know, I think it's like 7 o'clock, I'm not sure. But yeah, for some reason, I kept thinking it was on Sunday. It doesn't seem like anything's happening on Sunday, which is very confusing. The big entertainment panel is happening tonight at 10 o'clock. So that sucks, for us. So, like, I don't know what the last day of D23 is even gonna be, right? If all the big stuff is happening the first 2 days. Like, I would think that they would save the big announcements for the last day, you know? Anyway, I don't know. But that means I'm not streaming tomorrow. I don't think. I'll probably do something else. I'll probably do, like, some movie reactions in the morning, but I'm not streaming Twisted Wonderland. So, to recap, today we are finishing Twisted Thrills and Classic Chills. Tomorrow, we are streaming the Kingdom Hearts panel. I think we're allowed to stream it because it's on the Kingdom Hearts YouTube channel. So, we are streaming the Kingdom Hearts panel at 7 o'clock, and then I'll do something earlier. I think I'm gonna react to Coco. The streets are saying that they're announcing Coco 2 and a Coco Kingdom Hearts world tonight. And then tomorrow at the Kingdom Hearts panel, we're getting just more information, period. So, yeah, I'll probably do some movie reactions tomorrow and get that shit done. There is no Twisted Wonderland stuff at D23, but I'm pretty sure there is, like, a generic sort of game, right? Because Disney has a couple verticals, I guess, that they work in, if that makes sense. They have entertainment. The entertainment panel, I think, is just, actually, the third day it might be parks. Maybe that's the big thing that's happening on the third day. So I'm like, nothing's happening. But of course, I would say that because I'm not, like, in tune with the park offering. So they have entertainment, which is like their movies, but sometimes includes video games. So there might be some stuff, right? We don't know. Then they have experiences, which is cruise line and the parks. So I'm assuming that that's what's happening on Sunday, if it's not on Saturday. Maybe I'll check that for you guys quickly. Sorry. Calxiyn spreading misinformation on the internet and taking 25 minutes to actually start the event. It's more likely than you think. Hold on a sec. I don't want you guys to go away with the wrong information, so let me look this up, sorry. Honestly, I have nothing to do tonight. The panel's not until 10 o'clock, so it really doesn't matter how long we take to do this, in a way. Okay, so tonight at 10 o'clock is the Disney Entertainment Showcase. That is possibly where there might be some Kingdom Hearts news tonight. But it's mostly, entertainment is mostly like Marvel. There's gonna be a Hex trailer, the streets are telling me. Tomorrow, so Saturday, is the Disney Experiences Showcase at the same time, 10 o'clock. So that is about the parks. That's about Disneyland. Sunday, there's nothing at the Honda Center, and that's why I was like, why isn't anything even happening on Sunday? Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's other panels on the schedule, but they're not doing, like, their big thing. Like, where's the big thing? They're not doing a big thing? I guess not. There's an auction. But yeah, there's, like, a bunch of other panels. It's just there's nothing in the big spots. So, tomorrow is experiences. That is the parks. Tonight is entertainment, which could be anything. Like, it could actually be anything. It could be the games, it could be the movies, right? I mean, technically an experience, a video game is an experience, but like, when they say experiences, I am pretty sure that they mean the parks. So, D23 is Disney's expo that they do every year. Or every 2 years? I don't know. But they do it pretty regularly. And this is like, it's basically their own Comic-Con. Ah! It's basically their own Comic-Con. It's where they talk about like, oh, we're making Villains Land, and here's the new ride. Like, they give people previews about stuff. So, Disney Dreamlight Valley is there. They might mention Twisted Wonderland in like an offhanded way during the entertainment panel, like just as a like, this is coming out this year, right? They might mention the anime or show a new thing for the anime, but it's definitely not on their priority list compared to Marvel, Star Wars, and the other stuff that's going on. So, but yeah, that means I'll stream today. I mean, technically I'll stream tomorrow, but no Twisted Wonderland tomorrow. We'll do Trials of Romance on Sunday, and then we'll do Popcorn Panic. I have it slotted for Tuesday, but we'll see. It depends on when Hunter and Arnold can do Genshin Guessing with me. It may be Monday, and then we'll have to do Genshin Guessing on Tuesday. Who knows? I guess, like, if I really wanted to, and I don't think I do, but if I really wanted to, I could technically probably do Popcorn Panic either before or after the Kingdom Hearts panel tomorrow, because it's such a short, like, it's gonna be like 2 hours, but I probably won't. I need to do some other stuff. It'll be nice to react to Coco if there is going to be another Coco movie, anyway. Because I'm basically trying to react to a bunch of Disney movies I haven't seen before I go, so I can do, like, some video essays or some, like, so I finally watched Coco. And for the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna tell you what I thought. Like, you know, very short, like, review-style stuff. With Raya, I made a mistake because it's not gonna be a review. Like, I feel like I have to do a big video essay for it. But with Descendants, I'm just gonna do a cute little thing. Yes, and the main story update. I might leave that until we get, like, more information, you know? Like, I might leave the story update until we get, like, a release date for Book 8. I'll do it before I leave if I have time, but I'm okay with just getting caught up to Popcorn Panic and, like, living with my choices. Dreamlight panel's going on? Yeah, if there's anything interesting that you guys think I'll like in the Dreamlight panel, please let me know. They actually showed me in one of their compilations once. It was really cute. I wish I still played the game on stream, but I care a lot about story, and Dreamlight Valley, I think, has an interesting story, but it doesn't have an interesting, or sorry, the audience isn't as interested in the story as I am, if that makes sense. So there's not a big following for it. Like in Genshin, you have, like, lore YouTubers, right? No, like, I couldn't make the Dreamlight Valley lore YouTuber stuff work. Jack sure is taking a while. Cal and Grim aren't back yet either. They're probably just fighting over the food in that basket. Grim was pretty determined to eat it. Oh, am I recording? Oh my god. I'm not recording. Ah! Hold on, let's do that again. Jack sure is taking a while. Cal and Grim aren't back yet either. They're probably fighting over the food in that basket. Grim was pretty determined to eat it. There's no stopping Grim once he gets like that. We'll just have to trust Cal to rein him in. Yeah, good luck with that. Trusting me? We've been kidnapped. Still, they're taking way too long. You're right about that. I think I'll go check up on them. I'll join you. There's something I was hoping to ask Jack anyway. What's that? His thoughts on the meal. I wouldn't be able to ask with Sally around. Ah, of course. You're quite discreet, Jamil. Let's be off then, shall we? Everyone else back to Halloween prep. Of course, it's time for our last big push. Let's all split up and finish what's left to do. And possibly turn into a pumpkin. Yeah, instructions unclear. I think he just sort of held us at gunpoint, but we might have gotten turned into a pumpkin. You guys like my Sally dress? I was saving it. I don't like how low cut it is, but whatever. It is kind of hot today, so I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, I have my little Sally dress and I can do my little princess twirls. I'm very happy. Jack's house is just up ahead. I can't do this guy's voice when he's happy. I can only do it when he's miserable. These are some steep stairs. Falling down them would be no joke. Yep. What's the matter? Oh my god, no! The spider doorbell! Giant spider next to the front door. Oh, that's the doorbell! Don't you have those in Twisted Wonderland? You use them to alert the people in a house that they have visitors! We have doorbells, just, this is just a very distinct one. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing today? Are you guys, like, do you guys have predictions for D23? Is there anything? I mean, one of you didn't know what it was until I told you, but, like, you know, does anybody have anything that they're looking forward to finding out about? Oh, it's not a real spider. Whew, that scared the daylights out of me. Yes, it's not like my tie. Wait, what? You mean the spider you've been wearing isn't fake? It's real? He's not answering. Jack, you home? He's not answering! Actually, I don't even hear anyone inside! Strange, is the door locked? Looks like it isn't. Let's look inside. Hi, Prince of the Moon, how's it going? So this is Jack's home, huh? But I don't see anyone here. Not Jack, not Cal, nor Grim. Did we somehow miss each other? Oh, poor Zero, he's so sad! Huh, Zero? You're here alone? What are you doing hiding under the desk? Oh no! Looks like he's trying to tell us something, but I haven't the slightest idea what it could be. I speak a bit of canine. Let's see. What do you mean you speak a bit of canine? Now what? What do you mean? What? Skully kidnapped Jack, Cal, and Graham. What? It was that easy? Guys, I really thought they were gonna draw this shit out. I thought that they were gonna draw this out for like 18 chapters and they were just gonna finish Halloween prep and no one was gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, no one was gonna even notice we were gone. I can't believe that. Animal linguistic class? I had no idea they had those. That's hilarious. What? Why would he do that? Halloween's tomorrow and Jack's not there? Please, I'm only an elected official here. I can't make decisions by myself. I'm glad they kept that joke from the movie. I love that one. Mayor, please calm down. Oh, it's over. I had a bad feeling ever since you boys showed up. I knew welcoming rapscallions into our town would only lead to trouble. I can sense the mischief rolling off you in waves. You thought that about us the whole time? Regardless, panicking now won't solve anything. They talked to Trent's cat! What does Trent's cat say? What does he say? What does Trent's cat have to say about everybody? That's what I want to know. I don't know why Skully would do this, but our top priority should be tracking them down. Let's go back and fill the others in. Then again, they're split up all over town, and our smartphones don't work here. Oh, I can help there. I've got just the thing for spreading news all over town. Oh my god, what? He's gonna say over the loudspeakers, Jack's been kidnapped, and everyone's just gonna panic? And so in summary, we've gotta find Jack! There's only one day left till next Halloween! 3 hours! I need all of you to form search parties with anyone nearby and find Jack Skellington and his friends, please! Bro. Oh my god, the alleyway! This is just like Kingdom Hearts! Dang, just the real mayor and a ghost dog amongst the anime boys, yep. and Dr. Finkelstein and Sally. Hi, Pedigree, how's it going? And that's the gist. The mayor's driving around alerting the townsfolk. This is turning into a real mess. It certainly is. No wonder you came running back looking so panicked. I would have never guessed Skully to be capable of taking such drastic measures. Yes, I took him for a gentleman who prized propriety above all else. I wasn't expecting an act of violence from him. Cal and Grim have terrible luck getting dragged into it. I doubt Skully would treat them too horribly, but the sooner we find them, the better. Agreed. Let's search for Skully and rescue the 3 captives. Jack Skellington was the one who made the promise to send us back to Twisted Wonderland. There's no guarantee that promise would be fulfilled in his absence. Yes, D23 is this week. We did a whole YouTube short about, we were clip farming about Elsa and Anna's outfits, but yeah, the entertainment panel is not until 10 o'clock tonight, so I won't be streaming that because there's no live stream. It's just like people will leak the panel on Twitter. But, what am I trying to say? But the Kingdom Hearts panel will be streamed, and I will be here to stream that tomorrow at, I believe it's 7 or 7:30. I bought Pumpkin and Spice Mix last week. It's never too early for Halloween. I mean, Disney's doing all their Halloween stuff. I have a candle I was supposed to light. I was supposed to light my pumpkin candle, but my sinuses are all acting up, and so I don't want to add something else to make my throat sore. I'm feeling a lot better, though, than yesterday. Do you guys remember yesterday? I was like, guys, I'm dying. What's wrong with me? I had a cup of hot chocolate last night. I think it fixed me. True, with the signee gone, we can hardly expect our contract's terms to be honored. I also did a vocal warm-up, so that probably helped. Exactly, time is of the essence here. If this year's Halloween is a bust, that's extremely bad for us. Oh my god, it rhymed, sort of. If we don't find Jack until after Halloween is already over, what then? I wouldn't put it past him to tell us to stick around and make next year's Halloween a success. He would! Yeah, he would! While I do enjoy Halloween, spending an entire year prepping nonstop for one holiday would bore me to tears. There's an even bigger issue. If we spent a year out of school, we'd absolutely be held back. I think you're both missing the real key issue. I could never endure a whole year of eating the awful slop they call food. None of you are worried about what actually matters here? Good grief, is it just us in this area? So this is the group I'm stuck searching for Skully with. Great, just great. Did you hear the loudspeaker just now? Yes, sir, this is turning into a real mess. Oh my god, you guys said the exact same thing. Is that is that the same line in Japanese and so they translated it the exact same way? Like, I'd like if they're all copying each other, you know? Skully, that utter nincompoop! How could someone who goes on and on about revering Jack Skellington do something so contrary to that idea? He'll single-handedly ruin all of our hard work. Does no one care that we got kidnapped? Well, Apple said not to mention. Yeah, not to mention Cal and Grim are missing too. We better find them fast. Then let's find Skully and make him realize exactly whose bad side he's gotten himself on. I believe it's just the 4 of us here. We'll have to... 4? There's 3 of you. We'll have to look for Skully ourselves. 4? What, is Edie here? Between you, me, and Seaback, I'm only counting 3 of us. We'll also be taking the lump cowering behind that cover over there. Of course. Come on out, human, don't bother trying to hide. Did you know I was there? I was breathing as quietly as I could. Did you think someone as suspicious as yourself would escape my notice? If Halloween isn't a success, we will have no way of returning Malleus to Twisted Wonderland. I won't allow anyone to escape. We shall venture out to search for Skully with our full force brought to bear. Yeah! I've got no issue with venturing or whatever, but working with you guys is... Come along, Edia. Well, let go of me. No, I don't want to get dragged along with Team Spartan. Team Spartan, what does that mean? I mean, come on, this is Jack we're talking about. He'll probably give Skully the slip and come back on his own. So someone ought to stay with Zero and wait until he shows up, right? That could be me. This is no time for spouting nonsense. Hold on a moment. Zero's had plenty of exposure to Grim's scent. We could use that. I heard Zero over the mic while the mayor was talking. They should be together. Humans, before we go searching for Jack, let's pay Zero a quick visit. That is pretty pretty smart. I do like that. I see, this is certainly unexpected. Stupid badger. Why do you have to pull such a boneheaded stunt? Guess I'll have to find him and get this mess sorted myself. Where are you going, King Scholar? Do you intend to handle this matter alone? Figured that much was obvious. I'm under no obligation to team up with you just because you happen to be nearby. The child of man's whereabouts are also unknown. See, Malleus cares because Malleus is in love with us, but anyway, you didn't hear it from me. This happens a lot if you pay super close attention to the phrasing and idioms in translated games. Every Chinese game I've played has a ton of characters say, leave it to me. Genshin in particular has localizers with particular phrases stuck in their head like dog eat dog. I really like that. That's kind of cute though. I like it. We cannot risk the worst outcome coming to pass. In the interest of as swift a resolution as possible, I'd prefer to avoid wasting any time. Guys, after all of my twistivities are over, I need to schedule a day to go get my new glasses. Probably on Friday, maybe I'll go, I don't know. Or maybe Monday, who knows, we'll speed it up. Well, on Monday we might be recording Genshin Guessing, so I guess not. But anyway, I'm like, I can't see. Oh yeah, the only way I'd be wasting time is by sticking with you. Or does the great and powerful Malleus Draconia have trouble functioning if he's not constantly surrounded by retainers? Goodness, I'm ever so sorry. You must have been scared of being left all alone and helpless, you poor thing. Oh my god, guys, this dialogue... Guys, I don't know. It's kinda... This is like the start of a fanfic dialogue, you know what I mean? Can you not see I was trying to spare you the embarrassment of being outplayed by Graves? You think I'd lose to that little badger? Just worry about yourself. If you insist, you shall rue your refusal of my goodwill soon enough. Oh, bye! Huh? What's this? Here I thought you had no desire for us to work together. I was already heading this way, not my fault you decided to tag along. I sensed someone's presence in the mansion further up. It was you who followed me. You're not the only one who can pick up on presences. I'll check it out. You go search somewhere else. No, I'll go. Why do you always act like a spoiled brat? Oh my god! Spoiled brat, just who do you think you're talking to? Guys, the girls are fighting! Oh my god, guys, this may be my favorite chapter. I'm gonna save this for later. Can I bookmark this? Oh my god. Like, I just love this dialogue. I'm like, man, I gotta write like this. I mean, I've written some very funny, snappy, sort of sassy dialogue, but like this, I'm stealing this for later. Am I supposed to go with them? Just me and two guys who get along as well as cats and dogs? I'd rather not. I'd really rather not. Hello, is anyone else around? That's hilarious. I love how he really wanted to get out of it this bad. I'm just pouring myself some more tea. The only responsible adult. Yeah, I know, and he doesn't even want to join up with them. This is hilarious. Nope, oh boy. I'll just quietly slip out while they're bickering and find another group instead. Humph, this is getting us nowhere. Clover, weigh in. What do you think? Who, me? Sure, why not? Let's ask him which one of us is right, me or you. Who's right? I'm not sure either of you are. If you're both going in the same direction anyway, I don't see why you even need to argue about it. Guys, this is so funny. I love this. I love this game. Oh, Twisted Wonderland cracks me up. Just where could Skully be? Do you guys have any ideas? I can't say I do, I'm afraid. I don't even know what Skully's goal is. Not to mention, we hardly know anything about Halloween Town. A manhunt in a strange land. Oh god, that was more Lilia. A manhunt in a strange land. This does sound like an uphill battle. That was still not Riddle, hold on. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. You may be queen, but that doesn't mean you have to act so mean. Yeah, and Halloween Town's just hours, and Halloween's just hours away. If we run around with no leads, we'll miss the deadline in no time. At times like these, we need to formulate a plan and proceed with caution, or... Oh? Is someone there? Oh, it's just a rat. That's a common enough sight in Halloween Town. Whatever's the matter, Jamil? You've gone rigid, and you're standing on the tips of your toe. Okay, so is he afraid? He's afraid of bugs and mice? Nothing, just... Oh, did you think it was a bug? Oh, that's why. Look, what did you expect? Halloween Town is crawling with things. Where do they even come from? You can't look anywhere without seeing a line of them creeping and crawling. Right in broad daylight, too. Broad daylight, he says, as it's, like, darkness. Do they style themselves as full-fledged Halloween Town residents? I can't stand that brazen attitude of theirs. What is Jamil angry about? It's hard to say, but he must have been holding this in ever since we came to Halloween Town. Honestly, my heart skips a beat every time I hear a noise. There's no telling when they might come out skittering out of the woodwork. Wait. This is the most relatable thing he's ever said. I didn't think I'd freak you out that bad. Locke? You've got a lot of nerve showing your face around us. According to Zero, you and your prankster friends are in cahoots with Skully. We sure are, after all. What could be a funnier prank than kidnapping Jack right before Halloween? Skully said to play with you guys until Halloween hit, so here I am. What you wanna play? Oh, now I get it. He ordered you to stall us. It is rather funny, though I'd be more amused if our futures weren't at stake. You are the dictionary definition of a moth drawn to a flame lock. You tell us exactly where Skully is this instant. You think I'll tell you just because you're acting all bossy? What are you, stupid? Stupid? Did you just call me stupid? You have some nerve. Prepare yourself. I love how now we're just beating children, which, to be fair, Sora also beat some children, so... Their outfits aren't as cutesy as Sora? Well, I think it's because Sora's still a kid. I mean, obviously, Twisted Wonderland, like, some of them are kids, but, like, I don't know. Leona's a grown-ass man. Leona's, like, 21 years old. He does not need to be cute. All right, I caught him. Dang, let me go. If you're mean to me, I'm gonna tell the boss on you. Don't worry, we'll play nice as long as you answer our questions. I'll ask you again, Locke. Do you know where Skully is? Yeah, I know. Really? He's in town hall. Everyone's just sitting around being pals. There, I answered your question. Now let me go. What? Why are you guys smirking like that? Do you actually think we'd believe you? We know you kids are shameless liars. No offense, but we'll need some verification. What kind of verification? Jade? Oh my god, yeah! Yeah! Jade's signature spell, let's go! Yeah! Don't be afraid. I just want to help you. Rock the heart. Finally! I've been waiting! What if it doesn't work on him, though? I'm gonna lose it. You must answer my questions truthfully. Do you know where Skully Why don't you just ask where he is? Do you know where Skully J. Graves is right now? I do. And where is he? He took Jack, that weird cat, and the cat's owner to the hill past the graveyard. So that's where he really is. I knew that kid was lying the first time. Good thing we have Jade here. That just saved us an entire wild goose chase. A signature spell that makes anyone speak the truth just once. That's quite insidious. Why, thank you. Well, let's pay Skully a visit, shall we? Huh? What was I doing again? They never use signature spells in events? It's very rare, I'd say. Like, in Glorious Masquerade, they used Ruggies, but, like, it's very rare. Locke, you're free to go now. Whoa, really? I'm off the hook? Yeah, we don't have any more questions for you. Besides, we wouldn't get rough with a kid. I like how they're like, we wouldn't get rough with a kid, but they definitely beat his ass in that battle mode. And also, like, Sora beats up, like, Locke, Shock, and Barrel. So, like, gosh, you guys are so nice. It's an inspiration. I'll tell you what, I'll give you something nice to make up for my prank. What's that? Here! Oh my god, don't let yourself get fooled again, Jamil! Oh dear, Locke just threw a large caterpillar. Bro, how did you get fooled by this again? And it landed right on Jamil's forehead. Guys, this book is hilarious. This book's so funny. He's not even trying to bat it away. He's just frozen stiff. Poor soul. If you really feel sorry for him, get the bug off. You're truly deplorable. I like how Riddle's not scared. I mean, I guess it was just a caterpillar, though. It's like Alice in Wonderland. There, Jamil, I've removed the offending bug. Honestly, though, have you no discipline? All this over a little caterpillar. Oh, thank you, Riddle. Thank you. I owe you my life. I think you're blowing this out of What? This caterpillar. Look at it. Whoa, stop. Get away from me with that thing. It's the same length as my forefinger, and we all know what that means. Rule 434. If you see a caterpillar exactly 7 centimeters high, you must recite a poem to its discoverer. You're bringing rules into this? Huh? What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. I couldn't agree more. I'm at a loss for words. Of all the times to stumble across one of those ridiculous rule scenarios. Locke, I'm going to recite a poem to you. Now listen closely. No way, that sounds boring. I don't wanna. That's too bad. I need you to listen to my poem. Those are the rules. Jeez, why are you so intense? This is a bunch of nonsense. It's weirding me out. I mean, this is enough punishment on its own. I love how, like, they're not even focused about finding Cal and Grim anymore. Wait, since you showed us a caterpillar exactly 7 centimeters long, you must listen to my poem. No, I don't wanna. Riddle, where are you going? We need to head to where Skully is. Oh dear, he's chasing Locke back down the road we just came from. This is getting out of hand. Agreed, let's just ignore Riddle and get moving so we need to protect Locke. What? Think about it. If Riddle flies off the handle and does any harm to that child, all of us could get sued by their guardian. What guardian? They're not, I mean, I guess they're real, but they're not real children. Are they real children, or do they just, like, I don't know, like, are they just children, like, did they die when they were children, or, like, I don't know. Do you guys understand what I'm asking? Like, are they actually children, or are they just, like, Halloween Town monsters that are child-shaped? Because this isn't like the corpse bride, right? Where all the people in the town are actually dead. So, like, you were so harsh on Sora before? I mean, I was just pointing it out that Sora was willing to do what was necessary and they're not. Have you completely lost the plot? We agreed to go to the hill. Jade, you take care of the rest. All right, see you soon. Do these kids have a guardian? Does Oogie Boogie go to court? Oh, sorry. You guys said, does Oogie Boogie count? I don't know. And he's gone. What is wrong with those two? They don't look like normal children. See, that's what I'm asking. I'm like, are they even children, or are children just monsters and so there's children in Halloween Town? I don't know. Obviously, they act like children, but are we just assuming that they're children? I believe that the kids are real kids who wandered into this town one Halloween and decided to stay and got corrupted by the magic. Their parents are probably dead. I kind of like that. That's kind of interesting. That's a dark but kind of fun. I don't think they're a species called monster that happens to have a bunch of different forms. I think they're childlike spirits of trick-or-treating. See, that's what I was getting at, exactly. Oogie is their boss, so I guess he is their guardian? Yeah, like, are they basically, like, Arlecchino training the mob children? Like, is Oogie Boogie just taking in children to be part of his gang? I don't know. Fine, I guess we'll just have to do what needs to be done ourselves. Understood. Let's work together. And capture Locke. What? Why? If we capture Locke before Azul and Riddle can manage it, oh, just imagine the looks of surprise. We know where Skully is. We don't even need Locke. I feel like they're just getting rid of the side characters so the 3 SSR cards can go apprehend Skully. So why are none of you heading to the hill? Remember, if we can't pull off this Halloween, we won't be able to go back to Twisted Wonderland. We were supposed to head to the hill and get Jack Skellington back ASAP. That was the entire plan. But no, these people. I knew these two don't work well with others, but I still figured we could easily subdue Skully with them on the team. Their bizarre strictness and weirdly broad benevolence is seriously something else. It utterly eclipses anything I'm capable of. You do truly prize your plans, don't you, Jamil? I suppose that's why you're Vice House Warden of Scarabia, the Dorm of Mindfulness. Oh, I was right that Skully's on the hill, yeah! That's what I said. Of course I do. That's reasonable as opposed to certain people who show no regard whatsoever for what's currently at stake. True, they're certainly rash. Azul sets high target, sleeps for them, falls flat on his face, and then pops up like a tilting doll. What?! Wow! And Riddle, for all his extolling of strict etiquette and rules, is capable of absurdly dramatic measures when he grows agitated. Even I often find myself stunned at their behavior and remark to myself, something is very wrong with that individual. Now you're trashing them relentlessly. I agree with everything you said, but where are you going with this? The thing is, I find it difficult to disregard their sixth sense as well as my own. Sixth sense? It seems like they're more chasing after the run-of-the-mill hunches. Have a thought for those of us subjected to the whims of such vague feelings. Subjected, That's a fair complaint. They don't remotely fear making fools of themselves or failing or incurring grudges from others with their self-centered conduct. Again, where are you going with this? Are you insinuating that in contrast to them, I'm a coward afraid to act for fear of failure? Not in the least. The point I'm making is... these two are almost certainly putting on some truly hilarious sketch comedy. We should go have a laugh at them together. That's not funny! Look, you're the only one who can get the prankster trio to tell the truth. None of the others have any ways to discern fact from fiction. They're probably scrambling around without any decent leads. What happens if Jack's rescue comes too late for Halloween to happen? Don't worry, our group is comprised of exceptional individuals. I'm sure they'll find Skully eventually. Your top is gorgeous, thank you, it was actually a dress. I was saving it. The best for last. In fact, don't you feel as though our group is capable of something, considering we've pinpointed Skully's location this quickly? And that something is capturing Locke and bragging to Azul and Riddle. That's ludicrous. We can't even get any more intel out of Locke. There's no point whatsoever in... No, wait. What is it? Okay, I'm with you. Let's follow Riddle and Azul. Wait, you truly mean that? Don't act so... oh god. Don't act so shocked when it was your proposal in the first place. I got an idea. What a bunch of weirdos. Just listen, it won't take long, he says. Who'd actually buy that? I'm sick and tired of running away. I'll just hide somewhere nearby. Found you, Locke. It's the caterpillar guy. Who are you calling caterpillar guy? Cut it out. Just hearing that word gives me goosebumps. Locke, would you be willing to come with us? You already said you were done with me. Why are you chasing me now? We had a change of plans. You see, I'm a coward at heart. I'm afraid of failure, and I'm also afraid of making a public fool of myself. But I'm very good at making plans one step ahead of others. Jamil, did you take my prior remarks personally? Not in the least. If you've got the time to go on irrelevant tangents, get on with the capture. Consider it done. Okay. Jamil can use his own spell, but like, what does he need his own spell to do anyway? They already know where he is. Can't they just go? I don't get it. I don't understand what this grand plan is other than to stretch out this book and make it super long. I feel like they should have had the Jamil chapter be last, but I guess it'll all make sense eventually. Maybe. Not a single soul in sight. I suppose everyone must be out looking for Jack. Hypnotize Locke, but then to do what is what I mean. It was so busy here before. It feels way more eerie when it's all quiet like this. Jack Skellington! Cal! Grim! I can't yell. I can't do any more Seebeck yelling today. I'm tapped out already. It's only been an hour, but if you're there, say so! That's my stage yell for you. No answer. You scared the daylights out of me. Could you not yell at the top of your lungs right next to me like that? My ears are ringing. Did you forget the part about Skully putting Jack to sleep? He wouldn't be able to answer you even if he was here. And in what world would you expect abductees to actually be like, I'm right here? It'd be common sense to gag them or duct tape their mouth shut so they can't talk. Edia, I don't like this coming from you. My Edia, it's impressive how knowledgeable you are about abduction methodology. What the fuck? You don't have to make fun of me, you know. We don't have time to search around at random. Is there anything that might help us retrace Skully's steps? For example, does anyone know what Skully's favorite place in this area is? I doubt someone as sentimental as him would lock up someone he respects in a filthy hovel. Okay, so I like how they're all solving the problem differently. I thought like maybe one of the kids would come to each group or something, but like, I feel like they're gonna figure out to go to the hill by themselves. Wouldn't he choose a favorite spot when he feels befitting of Jack? Knowing Skully, he's probably got literally all of Halloween Town listed in his favorites. True, Skully was gushing about every single place we visited. I have no ideas to offer there, but something occurred to me when you mentioned he'd taken Jack Skellington with him. If Jack was asleep, it would be rather difficult to carry an unconscious person, well, a skeleton, no matter how bare bones, that's funny, Jack might be, he's still quite tall. Someone inexperienced with such things would struggle to haul around someone so lanky when they're unconscious, meaning it's a safe assumption that Skully hasn't gotten very far. Goodness, sometimes your insights astounds me. Though, I suppose there's a reason the phrase right under your nose exists. Let's try looking near Jack's house. I believe his residence was this way. Hurry. Not so fast, you're not taking another step. Oh, okay, all of the children are going to bother them. Okay. At least Seaback isn't in the next event. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Twitch chat. I appreciate it. I mean, we are at an hour, so I might take a break in a second. Even though we haven't gotten through an hour of content, 25 minutes was clip farming about the frozen dresses. Miscreant! His name's Beryl. You have a lot of nerve showing your face in front of us. What do you want with us? I don't suppose you're here to tell us where Jack is out of the goodness of your heart. Nope, I promised Skully I'd play with you until Halloween was over. You didn't keep your word when you promised me you wouldn't start any uproars, but you're willing to keep your word with Skully? Huh? I don't remember saying. Ah! What an irksome little monster you are. You're in for the scolding of a lifetime. An hour? Damn, I'm late. Don't worry, Cat, it's alright. We did 25 minutes of, like, clip farming, so. Alright, we're actually not too far off from finishing this one. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom really quickly, run an ad, so the people that are coming in don't get bombarded with pre-rolls. I'm not going to do lessons, I'll just be right back. But yeah, I'm assuming that this formula is gonna follow, like, everyone's gonna get a chapter with the kids, and then the 16 chapters are actually about Skully, and then, you know, we save Halloween, all that fun stuff, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Maybe I'll get a cookie. All right, everybody. Oh, hi, David. Just stopping by to say hello. Hi. Yes, we are. Well, we were taking a break, but we are almost done Halloween, and that means we'll be done the last 85 chapter event. And, well, we won't be caught up, but, like, we have 2 more events to do, but none of them are as long as this one, is what I'm trying to say. That's so many chapters, yeah, and, like, they range from, like, 5 to 10 minutes long, so, like, we say 10 chapters equals about an hour. But Halloween is the biggest event that Twisted Wonderland does. It's just, like, because we're behind on the game, I've had 2 different Halloweens to cover. So it's sort of self-inflicted, but all right, let's keep beating up children, I guess. Don't forget to do your legend races. Don't worry, yeah, I've been doing them. I still have to pick out my card. I have to pick out which card I want. I got advice in Arnold's server, but I haven't decided. The ghosts here seem so different from those in Twisted Wonderland. What? Huh? What are we doing? What are you talking about? Do you think the children are ghosts? What? They're more freewheeling and cryptic than the ones in our world, okay? But yeah, see you later, David. Thanks for coming to say hi. They're all extremely quirky. Nothing we say gets through to them at all, and it's a huge hassle. They're certainly pesky. We can't leave this area, much less search for Jack. Judging by our prior conversation, I doubt we can get this miscreant to tell us where Jack is. Okay, so yeah, they're saying that he's a ghost. They're saying their children are ghosts. Okay, or they're spirits or something anyway. And even if we could, we have no way to gauge the veracity of his claims. True, we'd be wasting our time trying to engage with him as a group. Apple and I will handle this. Edia and Seebeck, you two go on without us. What? I need to punish this irksome miscreant. You should search for Skully instead. Yeah, see, they're sending the SSR cards off. No, the NPCs were fighting our I thought we were beating them up. I thought it was like Kingdom Hearts 2. Silence, Cucumber. Cucumber? It's clear that a lone cucumber going up against a swarm of ghosts would get surrounded and thoroughly Why are the ghosts fighting us, though? Aren't the ghosts supposed to be on our side? What the fuck is that? Besides which, I'm tired of your company. You're loud and insufferable, not to mention rude. I trust you won't disappoint me with such behavior, Apple. Vil? Yes, sir, I'll do my best to make myself useful. Though, I might just steal your spotlight. Just like in how Glowmass, the NPCs you fight the battles with are robes with flowers inside, that's crazy. Why are the ghosts attacking us? Aren't the ghosts supposed to be on our side? Aren't the ghosts supposed to be helping us look for Jack? Maybe they made the ghosts mad, like, Beryl made the ghosts mad, and so now they're just blindly attacking? Like, I don't know. I don't understand how any of this works. Bold words. You have my figurative sword as well. I don't want it. Were you listening? You're going with Seebeck. But I don't wanna. You're not the only guy tired of being around me, you know. What good would it do for 2 house wardens to both stay behind? Show the freshmen what leadership looks like. Oh, now I'm getting saddled with a huge chore. Being house warden is way more trouble than it's worth. How did Edia even become house warden? That's what I want to know. How does anyone become house warden? Riddle defeated the last house warden in a fight. But, like, how did Edia, like, if the other times it's just democracy and they put it up to a vote, like, who voted for Edia, and, like, why? his past house wardens nominated him, but like, why would they do that? The only thing I can think of is that there was a vote, no one paid attention, and Ortho just voted for Edia, and so Edia won by 2 votes. 1 vote for himself, and then 1 vote by Ortho. That's my new headcanon. While I take extreme umbrage at being passed around like some sort of hot potato, the fact remains we have no time for bickering. I shall leave this battle to you, humans. They're gone. Those 2 are gonna yell at me and call me names. I'd better go after them quick. Not so fast. You won't be taking another step. I don't have time to play with you guys. Oh, really? I thought you were supposed to play with us until Halloween is over. Little Epple here is taking quite a shine to you. Play nice, won't you? Yeah, Beryl. We got plenty of time. You and I are gonna play a whole lot. I kinda love that. Leona also beat his predecessor in a fight. Interesting. I do like that. But yeah, so I don't know, though, how, like, I don't understand how Edia became house warden. Wait, pause. I can't handle any more running. What? You want another break? You sat plenty when we were at Jack's house. Look, can you please not compare my stamina to that of a guy who's literally all muscle from head to toe? Wait, what? Like, what, to you? Are you saying? Don't compare me to you, Seaback? Is that what Edia said? Anyway, we've been running ourselves ragged, checking every potential suspicious shot near Jack's place. Oh, spot, sorry. And we still haven't turned up any sign of Skully. But our search has only been within a 100-meter radius of Jack's house. We're not gonna find him running around at random. We need to pause for a moment, chill, and rework our plan. Oh, Fur, it's always something with you, isn't it? We don't have time to pause. Huh? What are you crouching down in front? Ah! You got Ortho? Yay! Did you get him with your free pulls, or how many pulls did you have to do for him? I'll carry you on my back. You can rack your brain for ideas in the meantime. What, so I'm stuck on a piggyback ride until I come up with some genius idea? I don't like running, but I take issue with this too. And I can't exactly conjure up inspiration on demand. Okay, let's see. What if we change our angle of approach? Like, I don't know, if we can't find Skully, we could flush him out instead. Flush him out? I hadn't considered that. Of course, someone who never leaves the house would have a different perspective. Your reclusive nature's coming in handy for one. That's hilarious. Guys, I gotta get my free pulls for birthday ortho. I need to actually do my daily tasks. I can think of several ways to force him out of his hole. Fire, intuition, a smoke attack, preferably something less violent and more short-term. Okay, thanks. In that case, I could just shout criticisms of Jack. Why? Speaking in purely hypothetical terms, describing a scenario I would never, ever oh my god. Speaking in purely hypothetical terms, describing a scenario I would hope never, ever actually comes to pass, if I heard someone speaking ill of Malleus, I would absolutely not let it go unchallenged. I would give those scoundrels a thorough lecture about Malleus's greatness and make them take back their disrespectful remarks. Guys, this looks so funny. Oh my god. I can't deal with this. They crack me up. If Skully respects Jack for genuine, then he would do the same for Jack. With that settled, stop, think this through, Seaback. If you raise your voice here, quit thrashing about on my back. Sit still and stay put. Oh, my hip bone. I'll consider I'll consider it a plus if I got out of that involuntary piggyback ride, but oh crud. Jack Skellington, do you hear me, you worthless assemblage of bones? How could you let yourself be kidnapped by Skully of all people? Some master of Halloween you are! Dude, no way. Did he seriously get mad and come out over that? Oh no, more ghosts. A fresh batch, it seems. Oh, they're royally peeved. This is your fault for trashing Jack so loudly, Seaback. Like, I get why these ghosts would attack. I don't understand why the other ghosts had beef. I don't get it. Oh, I can't argue. We can't do anything if we don't get out of this mess first. Hide. Vil was nominated. I'm not sure about Azul, but I feel like Malleus stepped in and the previous house warden just, like, yeah, acquiesced, I guess. Woo! The ghosts aren't showing any signs of leaving. If anything, they're building in numbers. We can't hide here forever. If we don't do something, Vil's insults will never be disproven. Entirely unacceptable. If I'll handle the ghosts, Edea, you search for Skully in the meantime. What? Dude, absolutely not. There's no way you can handle that many. Have you already forgotten what Vil said? You'll get surrounded and thoroughly thrashed. I refuse to shy away from a challenge just because it looks difficult, and the outcome is hardly clear until I try. Nah, it's pretty clear. You're gonna lose, guaranteed 100%. Oh god, 100%. Oh my god, where did this list come from? It's impossible. As in, literally not possible. Dashing yourself on the rocks of an unwinnable battle is pointless. If you want to indulge in the trope of a weakling going into battle with the odds stacked against them, do it on your own and don't involve me. Did you just call me a weakling? Oh, let's not get violent. You're gonna rip off my bow tie. How dare you call me a weakling? This is an insult. That's insult shall not stand. Okay, but like you are. I mean, sure, you've got stamina for days, but your magic could use some work, right? Jesus, this is so mean. You're freshman level at very best. Basically, you're on pars with guys like Ethel or Skully. First, I thought maybe you're just hopeless with strategy, the way you were firing spells head-on at ghosts that could easily dodge them, but it's actually because you're bad at controlling your magic, isn't it? I can tell you're the type that's high output and low control. I don't want to hear about matters of pride from a guy who can or won't openly acknowledge his own skill issue! Bro, this is hilarious. This is the funniest set of chapters ever. And I like how observant they're making Edea, because it makes sense because of his role in book 6 and how he, like, categorizes everyone, that he would be able to, like, you know, study them and be able to tell those sorts of things, you know what I mean? Well, what do you want from me? I know better than anyone I'm not strong enough. I'm reminded of it every day I spend training. But the last thing I want is to say I didn't even try because I wasn't strong enough. If you're asking what I want, this is why Vil sent me along, right? What? You go on without me. I'll handle things here. Edea, why are you suddenly acting so theatrical? Dude, come on. I just wanted to be the stoic, go on without me, I got this guy. The cooler thing for you to do would have been to go, oh, I owe you, and then run off dramatically. You're the one who's been whining non-stop for breaks. Of course talking heroically out of nowhere would throw me for a loop. Well, that's a deal regardless. If you want to prove Vil wrong about you, you don't exactly have time to bandy words with me. Get going and do your heroics or whatever. I don't want to run anymore. Is that your real motivation? Yeah, like I said, don't compare me to a musclehead like you. Now I feel like a fool for being moved. You truly are irksome. I find your company less bearable by the moment. You took the words right out of my mouth. Let's get one thing straight. This is the last time I will ever do as you say, human. Yeah, run along now. Guys, I like Edea. I also just hurt my neck somehow. Oh my god, I feel so stiff. It's probably been the last couple days, like, stuck in this position. I need a massage. He's finally gone. Normally, I could absolutely not be bothered to give something like this a serious effort. Way too much hassle. But it'd be a pretty bad look if I didn't win after sending C back on his way. Wait till book 7? I mean, I played book 7. With that in mind, guess I'll show you guys the difference in our power levels. Yes, I've always wanted to say that. Okay, so this is the last group in there with Shock? Thought I picked up some traces, but they turned out to be Halloween Town locals. What a waste of time that was. They were in too much of a tizzy over Jack being missing to even say whether or not they'd seen Skully. Then a certain lizard freaked them out even worse, and they all ran before I could get anything useful out of them. Can you think of anything more annoying, Trey? Trey's like the child of divorce right now. He's literally like caught in between them. And who's to blame for this wasted time, If we wanted to question the locals, we should have done as I suggested and enshrouded the city in magic so that no one could escape. Damn, that's a book 7 foreshadowing right there. That's crazy. Isn't it a pity that someone wouldn't listen to my sensible advice, Clover? Guys, could you please not use me as an intermediary for your arguments? Let's start by discussing how we're gonna look for Skully. After all, the three of us are here together. For one thing, do we have any idea why Skully would abduct Jack to start with? Doesn't he idolize Jack Skellington? It's probably because he idolized him. Jack Skellington was putting our opinions over his. At pretty much every turn. Shouldn't that be picking? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Understandable why that might rub someone's fur the wrong way. Truly, but did he not say he accepted our idea of Halloween? Are you serious? It's easy to say something without actually meaning it. He was pretty defeated back there. Kept sighing to himself and everything. It'd be interesting if, like, Faye couldn't lie. Like, that'd be an interesting part of Malleus's character. I have that as part of my VTuber models, but that's because Udine is in the magic mirror. She's kind of based, well, she's based off of Odile from Swan Lake, but she's physically trapped in the magic mirror, so she has to tell the truth. Really? If you noticed that, you could have tried to cheer him up a bit. Jamil was on top of that every time it came up. No reason for me to step in. But I wasn't expecting a hassle this big to come out of it. That stupid badger's a real nuisance. Guys, please tell me Leona is not in Trials of Romance. Can someone tell me who's in Trials of Romance, actually? Like, I need to know for my mental. Sure is. Skully's pretty stupid, all right, just like you guys. What? Shock, what are you doing here? Well, I'll be. One of Skellington's kidnappers came to face us all alone. You're brave, I'll give you that. Skully says you guys want to play with me. Oh my god, not the horns again! Whoa, she just leapt on Malleus's head again. This is hilarious. If you want to play that bad, I guess I'll throw you a bone. Got any games in mind? Oh, you're letting a little brat tug on your horns. What a real nice guy you are. Leona, this is not the time to have a laugh at his expense. Hold on, Malleus. I'll get Shock off of you, so... Like I'd ever let you grab me. Come on now, be good and do as we... she gave me the slip. Leona, help me out here. Atta girl, Shock. Keep it up. Don't encourage her! Your name is Shock, isn't it? I may be lenient, but even my patience has its limits. One slight I could overlook, but two, I shall make you rue the day you ever crossed me. Wee. Malleus, Jade, Riddle, and Rook is all I remember. Okay. Only the 4 of them? Well, I guess the fashion event only had 4. Wait, Floyd's not there? That's too bad. I'm surprised Azul's not there either. But yeah, that should be relatively easier for me. Because Malleus and Jade are low, but they're like calm low, and then with Riddle it's just his accent, and with Rook it's just his accent. We won't need like yelling or grovelly-ness. What's the matter? I thought you wanted to play with me. Come now, don't be shy. I'll be more than happy to play your game. Now there's lightning bolts! Malleus, stop! Don't get so bent out of shape over a child! Haven't you scared her enough? Enough? Surely you're joking, Clover. Mannerless curds deserve far more punishment than this. No, seriously, if you keep this up, it's gonna go way beyond punishment. Even if it did, is there any reason that should concern us? You bet your hide there is. Remember what Jack Skellington said? He said he wanted to hold Halloween with everyone in Halloween Town. That includes this kid. If you hurt her to the point that she can't take part in Halloween, Skellington's not gonna thank us for saving him. He could easily turn on us instead. They started this dispute, not us. I'm certain Skellington would understand once we explained our side. Okay, let me see if I got this straight. If it was someone from your kingdom and they got injured, you'd instantly agree it was all their fault. No argument at all. I like the magic, too. Look at this. Whee! What a troublesome situation. I feel like that's a direct Maleficent quote, is it? Shock, in honor of your king, Jack Skellington, I shall stay my hand. I was just doing what Skully said. Why is this happening to me? It's not fair! Shock's running away. In her defense, it's pretty messed up of Skully to try to tell anyone to stall you two. I never do anything like that. I feel kind of bad for her, honestly. Graves is indeed foolish for trying to. Oh my god. Graves is indeed foolish for even trying to slow me down with such pitiful ghosts. Took the words right out of my mouth. Huh? Leona, are you actually agreeing about Malleus's power? Did you hit your head on something, King Scholar? These kids have been avoiding punishment for way too long with all the movies and games. Well, listen, don't worry. Sora doesn't let that slide. In Kingdom Hearts, you can just beat their ass, so don't worry. They'll get their comeuppance someday. Floyd thought it would be boring. Azul didn't want to be embarrassed by how the twins' mom dotes on him. Aw, that's cute, though. No, my head's in perfectly fine shape. Something's been bugging me for a while, though. Who is Skully? Yeah, that's the question. That's what everyone wants to know. Well, his name's Skully J. Graves, and he's from some small remote town no one's ever heard of. Okay, and why would a 16-year-old mage venture out from his small town to Sage's Island entirely on his own? My guess would be to visit relatives, or maybe go to school. Those are the most obvious answers, yeah. So, at first I figured he must be a student at Royal Sword Academy. But I haven't been able to shake this nagging feeling that something's off. Really? He talks and acts so much like a gentleman, I figured it had to be Royal Sword Academy or nothing. Not that part, I'm talking about his weirdly skewed knowledge. Oh my god, Leona's so smart! Leona Redemption, guys! They're fixing book 2, they're finally, like, realizing that Leona's not just dumb and lazy. He was never dumb, he was always smart. The game just did him dirty in book 2, bro. Why wouldn't he know who Malleus is, even when regular people know he's an infamous mage? Even if he grew up in the sticks, there's no excuse for an Arcane Academy student on Sage's Island not to know who Malleus is. Unless he's from a time where Malleus didn't exist yet! You'd have to be literally living under a rock to be that ignorant. There was one person who didn't know who I was. Yeah, well, Cal's an exception, coming from a Wait, but what if Skully is from a different world? We thought he was from a different time. But what if he is from a different world? Because we had, okay, so guys, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I have a theory that every ramshackle arrival ends up becoming the headmaster of the school. Okay? So basically, Cal is here to replace Crowley. Now I know that you guys are like, but Callie has magic. But like, in our real world on Earth, some people are magical, okay? Just because Cal doesn't have magical powers doesn't mean anything. Elsa has magic, all right? She's on Earth in terms of Disney movie logic. Mickey Mouse apparently is on Earth, maybe, or somewhere else. Anyway, and so I know you guys may be thinking, but Cal, what about Crowley? Crowley has magic, Crowley has elf ears, but I had this whole thing about magical radiation, and the longer a normal person from Earth stays in Twisted Wonderland, the more they are contorted, basically. So Crowley has basically, like, magical radiation poisoning, and if we stay in Twisted Wonderland, we will also end up with magic radiation poisoning. I don't know if we'll end up with actual magic, but basically that's my theory about Crowley. You know, we don't even know if Crowley's magic is his own. It could be in the stick. We don't really know anything about all that, right? So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Instead of Skully being from a different world, what if he is, like, he's one of the students that came from our world, and our world, Earth, has, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, what if he's just a really big Nightmare Before Christmas hot topic, like, otaku sort of thing. But I feel like they are gonna do that he's from Twisted Wonderland on a different time. But I still like my idea in concept that everyone in Ramshackle is supposed to be the next headmaster of the school. So Skully, if he was at Ramshackle, should have been a beast wrangler or whatever. Right? And that would explain why Crowley is such a wimp. Exactly. It all comes together. I know so many people think that he's Malleus's dad, but I want my magic radiation poisoning. Because I feel like magic has dire consequences for people that use magic, right? We have overblot. So what would it do to your human body if you're in a world that has magic and that magic is in the air and it's in the food you drink, right? It's in the soil. I always bring up Peter and the Starcatchers because in that book, right, there are these meteorites that fall to Earth, right? And the meteorites have star stuff, which is basically pixie dust. And what happens is that they're trying to protect the star stuff from like this evil Voldemort type man. Anyway, and as they're transferring the star stuff, it like a ship explodes, there's a bunch of stuff. Anyway, and Peter washes up on the Mermaid Lagoon with the trunk. And the trunk radioactively starts to affect the mermaids, basically turns the fish into mermaids, and that's how Peter Pan becomes young forever and becomes, like, magical, right? In Peter and the Starcatchers, they also use the star stuff to make Tinkerbell out of a bird. And Disney tends to, sometimes anyway, use that Peter and the Starcatchers sort of explanation. Not always, obviously, like every Disney movie has their own canon, but if you think about it, right, like most things could be explained by that star stuff, right? Like when you think about Tangled, they say a drop of sunlight, which, you know, the sun is also a star, right? Like a drop of sunlight and came down to Earth and grew the plant. Like that could be star stuff poisoning. I don't know how we still don't know how Elsa got her powers in Frozen 2 or whatever. I mean, I guess we kind of know that she's like the spirit or whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying. But like when we look at other forms of Disney magic, like even King Triton's trident and how it has this golden light, right? Star stuff poisoning. Basically what I'm saying is that, you know that big theory that all the Disney movies or all the Pixar movies take place in one timeline? You can do that with the Disney movies, but you can do it through the star stuff explanation. Right, in my head. Anyway, what were we talking about? Coming from a different world is a legitimate excuse. It'd be one thing if Skully was actually stupid, but he's not. He's a smart guy and he's capable of using magic. Wow, I'm surprised. At what? At what? Hearing you acknowledge that Malleus is famous? Bro, please! My acknowledgement's got nothing to do with it. The lizard's practically a household name. That's just a plain and simple fact. I didn't say he was famous, I said infamous. There are tons of people who tremble in fear at his many misdeeds. You know all about that, right, Trey? What does that mean? Didn't Disney want it to be all connected with Wish? Exactly. And where do the stars in Wish come from? The sky. And there's a whole bad song called I'm a Star about how we have what inside of us? Star stuff, presumably. They don't explain anything, but that's what I think. What? Anyway, back to what you were saying, Leona. You think Skully lied when he said he went to an arcane academy? There's a chance, yeah, but I don't know why he'd lie about that to people he just met. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more puzzling Skully is. Does the truth matter, though? Regardless of his identity, he chose to turn against us, so we have but to subdue him. Oh god. I just like inhale. I'm inhaling the star stuff. I'm getting the magic poisoning. Yeah. If we tie him up and interrogate him, surely he'll share all that he's hiding. Of all the muscle-brained logic, whatever, trying to reason with you isn't gonna get us anywhere at all. Whoa, hey, Leona! And he's gone off alone. What a self-centered person. The moment someone voices disagreement with him, he storms off. To be fair, you heard what he said, right? All his concerns stem from the fact that he recognizes how powerful you are. Are you taking King Staller's side, Clover? What? No, not at all. I think your stance is completely reasonable. It's generally better to solve trouble like this as quickly and expediently as possible. I'm sure Cal and Grim are miserable right about now. This is the sort of thing magic is there for. Precisely. Graves' identity is far less pressing than rescuing Skellington and the others. I'm glad you appreciate my reasoning, Clover. If we don't find this out by the end of this book, you will see me on the news, by the way. I just want to make that clear. Like, if we don't find out who Skully is, I'm gonna freak out. Like, if they just leave it up to your interpretation and they don't tell us anything, I'm gonna be so pissed. I wouldn't go blowing it out of proportion. I just get where you're coming from. Anyway, we better follow Leona. Kel and the others need all the help they can get. For what? Arson? I don't know. What, now you're following me? Okay, we have 2 more chapters of this book, guys. We can do it, and then it's the last one! I was simply deferring to Clover. I'd rather you didn't tag along if all you're gonna do is take verbal pot shots. Both of you, can we please not right now? You know we have more important concerns. We need to find Jack and ensure Halloween's a success if we want to make it back home. We haven't even found Chocolate yet. Let's focus on problem solving, okay? Guys, my Leona voice, like, it's... I definitely need a break. He's not in popcorn panic either, is he? I need a Leona break after all this is said and done. He's the most difficult voice to do for sure, because he's not just low, he has like the gruffness. Okay, here we are at the plaza. I don't see any Halloween Town locals around though. Wasn't Vil and Epal over here? They're probably out looking for Skellington. Jack, where are you? Huh, I know that voice. Oh, fuck, I thought it was the mayor, it's Sally. Jack, where are you? Please, Jack, answer if you can hear me. Oh, hey, Sally. Ah, Leona, Trey, Malleus. I take it you're searching for Skellington as well, Sally? Yes, I am. It's Edia, Cater, Lilia, and Azul? Okay, good. I'll get a break then, thank God. Once I heard he'd been kidnapped, I could hardly just sit around, so I've been checking every building in the area, one at a time. Very well, I shall assist you. You're gonna search the whole center of town without even narrowing things down? That's ridiculous. It's not that large. A magical scan to detect presences should hardly take any time at all. If you use magic that large scale, Sully could detect our presence and run off. That's hardly a concern. If he spots us, I'll simply capture him before he can flee. Ugh, that guy and his attitude. Now, I think this is his way of trying to play nice. He took it to heart when you said we should respect the residents of Halloween Town. Let's give them a second. Are you taking his side? What? No, not at all. I think your stance is completely reasonable. Oh my god, Trey. You're so two-faced. You're just telling everyone what they want to hear. It's true that in emergencies, it's important to formulate a proper plan. You should use your head instead of expecting magic to solve everything. So you do get it, Trey. Malleus' whole approach is just crude. Wouldn't you agree? Absolutely. I know you're taking pains to minimize the damage from this mess, and I support you in that. But Malleus hasn't been outside of Briar Valley for long, and I think you should be the bigger man. You can always compensate for anything Malleus is ignorant about, right? You hear that, Malleus? Oh yes, quite clearly, King Scholar. Oh my god, he set you up, Trey! He set you the fuck up! Guys, these chapters are so funny. I don't know, I'm like, is this funnier than Phantom Bride? I feel like that I have such a Phantom Bride bias, but like, I think that, guys, this might be my top second event. Like, in terms of art style, in terms of writing, in terms of conflict, you know, Fairy Gala means a lot to me because it's based off of Tinkerbell, but like, guys, this event is so funny. And just seeing everyone interact with each other and like, it feels like they're actually interacting with each other instead of just like, I don't know, doing stuff with each other. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but like, especially because we rotated the teams around, I feel like that we got a lot of different interactions and we got a lot of like, you know, the character relationships between everyone, right? Trey deserved it, that enabler? Yeah, I know. Oh man. Guys, I'm crying. Reacting to the plot? Not even that, just like just, we've gotten so much, they've spent so much time together that isn't just talking about food. It's actual time together, I guess. Malleus, what happened to helping Sally search for Jack? We finished. That was quick. I was wondering why King Scholar was shooting me pointed looks, and lo and behold. I never took you for a fraud, Clover. Who would have I never took you for a fraud, Clover. Who would have expected you tried to curry favor with both of us? Why, I almost believed every word you said. That's the kind of guy he is. Probably does this all the time, even in Heartslable. You see that, Malleus? World's got no shortage of people who can lie through their teeth. They're the worst kind of people. You gotta watch out for them. Indeed, so I have learned. I wasn't lying through my teeth. I just thought it'd be nice if you two could get along a little better. Well, your consideration is appreciated. That said, you know what the biggest unifier of all is? A common enemy. That's so true, that's so funny. You don't mean me, right? Right? Ugh. Ah, you people, what are you doing here? Oh, thank goodness it's you. You're happy to see me? Yes, I need to have a word with you. Can we chat over here real quick? I don't have anything to say to you. Whatever it is you want, leave me out of it. Portrait times 2. I don't think this is a portrait, honestly. He deserved that shit. Shock, wait, you'd be helping me out. I don't want to help you out. They ran off. What now? I'll go after Clover. I believe he and I have much to discuss. I trust you'll be able to handle yourself alone. Of course, who do you think you're talking to? Just tell Trey that once we get back, I want to have a word with him too. So I shall. Okay, guys! The children's models are oddly 3D, like they're shaded weird. I think they're not live 2D. I think that's what it is. Wait, we weren't at chapter 13 already? I thought we were done. Never mind. Oops. No sign of Skully here either. Where's that scoundrel taken Jack Skellington? There's little time until Halloween. I need to find him and quickly. What did Trey do? He started running after Shock. Because he wanted to get out of the... Oh, unless you mean he was basically saying, oh, Leona, yeah, you're the reasonable one. And then to Malleus, he was like, oh, Malleus, you're the reasonable one. Trey is a moral chameleon. I think this will be a lesson well learned. I agree, Rose. I think you're right. Dog. Whine. Why are you so agitated? Ah, wait. Have you located Skully and the others? You need to pause between statements or I won't be able to make out what you're saying. Bark more slowly. Yeah, see, I think that Zero is live 2D, but I don't think the children are live 2D. I'll have to look at them again when I see them later. I think the children might just be images. Oh ho, I see my plan has borne fruit. Jack Skellington's scent lingers all over town, so it would be difficult to sniff him out, but we've only been here a few days, hardly enough to cover every possible area, so I thought Grimm's scent would be easier to trace than Jack's. Please, this wasn't my doing. You deserve the credit for memorizing Grimm's scent. Your olfactory senses... Oh god, I know how to pronounce that, but for some reason I'm failing. Your olfactory senses are his smell. Are most impressive, Zero. I shall rescue your owner soon enough. Now quickly, show me the way to Grimm. Whee! Oh, that was a short one. All right. Is that the one I marked because it was funny, or was that the one I marked because we had taken the break? All right, guys. We are now doing book 5, so we have 15 minutes before we need to run another ad break. So I think that we might as well just go for it. Just let me take a drink and then we'll do it. We're making pretty good time, so I'm not too worried. And, well, I guess Leona was the SSR card, right? So he'll probably be in a lot of these scenes, but generally we have discarded most of the cast. So, voice... Olfactory, yes. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh, we've abandoned most of the cast, so hopefully some of these chapters will be easier. But yeah, I don't know how we're making 16 chapters out of this. Like, I know we have to, like, go see Skully. I really hope Skully overblots. I don't think he's going to. I mean, I think we're gonna have a fight with Skully, though, because we did with Rollo. Rollo didn't overblot, right? But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm like, we can do it. And then I'll take a break, and then I'll come back for just in case anything happens with D23. I'll edit my somewhat poorly done clip about Elsa's dress. I'll make it work in the meantime. But yeah, I'm happy, guys. Oh my god, we're almost done. I mean, this has been a great event, don't get me wrong. I actually think I might like it more than Playful Land, even though I was simping for Fellow Foulsworth, even though I loved him, and he was so sexy and attractive. Yeah, but, what was I saying? I forgot. I don't remember. But I think that this is, like, this was peak. I think that the writing quality has definitely, like, upgraded. Ah, there it is! That wondrous hill is my absolute favorite place in Halloween Town! Oh my god, Jack is still asleep. Okay. How long has it been? Has it been, like, 10 minutes, or has it been, like, 3 hours? I don't know. Wait, isn't Grim still a pumpkin? But they're showing him as, oh, okay, I guess they couldn't keep him a pumpkin for that long, so now he's just gagged. Okay. Oh dear, my apologies. How thoughtless of me. Surely we'll be fine all the way out here. I'll remove your gag. Jack's bones are digging into my hunch from the... My hunch? My What? From one end of my henchwoman's feet are digging in me from the other. What does he mean, his ass? What? This is one lousy bathtub. If you didn't have me tied up so tight, I'd already be out of here. I think that's the point. The bathtub's walking. This is my favorite part of Kingdom Hearts, like seeing the creepy bathtub, like of this world in KH. Please find it in your hearts to understand. This was the only way I had to transport all of you lovely individuals. You and your smug attitude. If I wasn't stuck in this cramped tub, I'd burn you to cinders. You can't use magic when your hands are tied? That seems weird. Because the magic doesn't, like, obviously it comes from your hands, but, like, the magic is also, like, you have your mage stone, right? So can't you just, like, make a little light under your finger and start burning the rope, Grim? Like, I don't understand. Or your paws. I don't know, man. I don't get it. But okay. My, how frightening. So how long are you gonna keep us like this? And what are you gonna do with us? Fret not, my fine furry friend. I simply need you to spend a while keeping quiet in this beautiful place, that's all. Just sit tight until Halloween is over. You can do that, can't you? Ah, that howl. 0! Dear me, what truly exceptional people. It seems they've already found me, but no matter, you're still not going free. Halloween is mine. I was wondering who it might be. It's strange, though. Somewhere deep down I had a feeling you'd be the first to reach me. Good evening, Seebeck. Such a fine encounter is deserving of a courtesy kiss. I finally found you, Skully. What is going through your head? Why would you do this to Jack Skellington, much less to the others? Shh, lower your voice. A clamor ill befits such an evening. Isn't the full moon simply stunning? Yes, the more I gaze upon it, the more I feel a sense of melancholy. I cannot help but wonder why that might be. What is it that makes me feel this way? Does the moon make you feel sorrowful as well, Seebeck? Seebeck's like, I don't give a fuck. What are we doing here? I suppose it's my fault for expecting you to talk sensibly for once. There can only be one reason for your inability to savor the brightness of this magnificent moon. The darkness in your own heart. Yeah, clock him. Get his ass. I see. It's strange. That makes me feel disappointment and acceptance all at once. Where are Jack Skellington, Cal, and Grim? They better all be safe. Of course they are. I would never dream of treating them poorly. They're all resting peacefully right now. I'd say it was pretty poor treatment taking them captive after they refused to agree with you. You know, since you understand what it means to revere somebody, I thought we at least had that little in common. Yet here you are engaging in a barbaric act. I'm disappointed in you, Skully J. Graves. I shall accept all of your criticism. After all, who could possibly understand the emptiness I feel? Mr. Skellington was nothing like I admit. Tell me your heroes. This is kind of sad. He rejected my Halloween and exclusively favored other people's ideas for the holiday over mine. Could he be no different from the rest of the rakshous, uncouth, foolish rabble? I feel like this has the same energy as Frollo being like, oh gosh, what does he say? Hold on. God, what is it? I'm trying to think of the line. Frollo has a line like this. Oh, you know I'm so much purer than this vulgar, Yeah, you know I'm so much purer than this there's a word in between vulgar. I'm getting stuck. It's in Hellfire. My brain is literally short-circuiting because I'm forgetting a word, and because I forget the word, I don't remember what the rest of the phrase is. You know I'm so much purer than this. Common? Is it common? Is that what it is? This common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. I remembered licentious. It's common that was fucking me up. Is that what he says? I think it's common. Anyway, I feel like that's the same energy here. He's like, that rakshous, uncouth, foolish rabble. Oh god. Yeah, there's a word before vulgar. I think it's common. Yeah, common. Thank you, chat. Oh my god. You guys saw my brain. I'm literally having a stroke on stream. Him, the Pumpkin King? That would just be tragic. Oh god, that was not right. That would just be tragic. I won't stand for any further desecration of my ideals of Halloween. Not even from Jack Skellington. Skully, what a fool you are. Zero, get out of here and find someplace safe. I'll be fine, don't worry about me. If I am to make him see through these clouded eyes of his, I must rescue Jack. This is a great moment to tell you that after this event, Skully and Seaback made numbers in AO3. How many numbers? What? I prefer not to directly engage you in combat, but I suppose this is how it must be. All that I do for my beloved Halloween. I shall put myself on the line and fight. You shall never have my Halloween. What are the top ships on AO3 for Twisted Wonderland? Does anyone know? I mostly, okay, not to expose myself, but I mostly read like ex-reader fanfics, so I'm not really sure what ships between the boys are popular. Like, I like my fanfics to have you in them. How careless of me. Deflected again? It would appear our magical prowess is nearly equal. Quite the dramatic confrontation, wouldn't you say? Perhaps this was meant to be. Absurd. Did you come to Halloween Town just to set yourself up for disappointment? I'm getting there? Okay. Your words are so biting, Seabeck. Disappointment. You know, you're right. There's an emptiness in my heart where my longing once resided. That must be why I am in such anguish. He means to finish the fight with his signature spell. I can't allow him to cast that on me. If I'm turned into a jack-o'-lantern, I'll be immobilized and as good as defeated. No ordinary tactic could let me evade a spell that fires that speed. I have a potential countermeasure, though. I can use my signature spell to turn myself into lightning and paralyze Skully. Man, that's how it works. He turns himself into lightning? I guess he does. I'm like Seaback and Ruby Rose. We can always count on you. In terms of raw force and speed, that's my only option. But after I use that spell, the backlash leaves me staggered and struggling to move. If I miss, I'll be a sitting duck. Skully said he can't use his signature spell in quick succession. That means longing to the point of anguish, unending torment, emptiness. Surely, Seaback. Surely you understand, right? I only have one shot at this. Now's the moment to make it count. Let the lantern be lit. Lightning, pierce the stormy skies. Whee! Damn. Everyone just hit each other real hard. The battle has been decided. Oh, what was that flash and shockwave just now? Lightning? What incredible speed. So that's your signature spell, Seaback. Oh, his glasses! He can't see without his sunglasses. You can't use your signature spell anymore. Which means I win! Release Jack Skellington! What? Okay, Jamil and Kaleem is number 1. Really? Because I always look for fanfic with them, and I, like, never see any. I don't know, maybe my settings are fucked up. I would have told you they had, like, 80. Riddle and Floyd is number 2, okay. Rook and Vil are number 3, that's really surprising. I would have thought, if I were in charge of AO3, I would have been thinking that it was Leona and Malleus, Azul and Jamil, and Riddle and Floyd. I know, like, the love-hate thing, like, Floyd is the most popular character in the game, I think, so I think that makes sense. But I don't know, there's not a lot of Twisted Wonderland fanfic, I feel. Am I crazy? I feel like there's not that much. Like, it's not terrible, but, like, I've seen more Fox and Neo fanfic than some ships in Twisted Wonderland, and I feel like this game's pretty popular. Jamil and Kaleem are number 1. Well, that's what YouTube chat's saying, but basically, so the only way that you can find that out, really, is if you go on AO3 and you go in the Twisted Wonderland tag, and then you try to, like, filter by relationship. Like, you look at the relationship things, and, you, like, check the numbers for each of them. I don't wanna! You don't wanna! That's very modern speak for you. There's also a lot of characters in you. Yeah, I'm assuming that that's what divides the count, really. Like, only 2,000, only 27,000, but still, like, only. It doesn't feel like a lot, no. I mean, it's better than 0, but, like, I would expect Twisted Wonderland to have at least 100,000 fanfics. But you know what? I think part of it is that, like, here's, you know, this isn't necessarily always true, so please don't, you know, take my word for it, but in my opinion, fandoms that tend to skew more to a Japanese audience seemingly tend to have more artwork and, like, I don't know, Twitter-style comic fanfic compared to written fanfic, right? When I see a lot of written fanfic, it's usually when the property is very popular in, like, America, basically. And that's not to say that, like, there aren't any, right? Like, that's not to say there aren't any fanfics, ever, right? But I think that that's what it is, right? I think in Japan, especially, there's more of a culture of, like, what do they call them? Like the fan manga, and so, like, it's more artwork. Like, on Twitter, I see a lot of people that, like, Yume, is it called Yume? Like, or is it Yume? Like, you, me, as in you as in me. Like, you know, I I see a lot of ships, people post their art on Twitter with their Yume ships. Like, if they ship themselves with, like, Malleus, for example, right? Like, they put all of their money into commissioning artwork of their Yu and Malleus, basically. Otome games also don't make big numbers on 803 in general. Yeah, I would also imagine that part of the reason is because there's so much. I mean, I don't know how much other people care about this, but the only reason why, personally, for me, I've never written any Twisted Wonderland fanfiction is because I'm stressed out about remembering all of the details. Do you know what I mean? Right? With Ruby, right, I can tell you, oh, Vacuo, they eat this food and this and that and whatever, right? Because there's only, Ruby material is very, like, compact, right? You have the novels. Everything you need to know about, at least the characters I like Fox, right? They're in the novels. They're pretty much not in the show at all. They're just in the novels, you know? So, like, it's a closed environment where, like, everything you need to know, to make your fanfic as canon compliant as possible is in the Ruby novels, right? But Twisted Wonderland, the events, right, and the world building, and the school, and the vignettes, and, like, all of this stuff, like, I just, like, God bless people that, you know, write for Twisted Wonderland. And I know it's not that serious. I know if you're just writing, like, a 4,000 word whatever, like, it's not that serious, but for me, it is that serious all the time. So that's why I don't really write for anything other than Ruby, because I would be stressed out. Like, if somebody was like, oh, Cal, you forgot in the Coral Sea this, and that. You forgot the lore in Beans Day where Floyd says that Ariel established the school. Like, I would be, like, in shambles. I know that the wiki probably keeps track of some of that stuff, but at the same time, like, there's just the sheer amount of information and character voice and all these other things to think about, right? Yeah, and then there's also, right, the Twisted Wonderland novels. There's also the manga, right? So, like, that's another layer of, like, stress, I think, you know? Again, not every fanfic writer needs to be canon compliant, right? But I feel like that's, like, just, Twisted Wonderland has so much dialogue. That's all the game is, really, is dialogue, right? This entire game is just dialogue, so I feel like that, like, sometimes it's also whatever medium the thing was in originally, usually people go the other way. Does that make sense? I know that's not always true. Like, obviously Harry Potter was a book and there's a bunch of Harry Potter fanfic or whatever, but, like, I noticed this with other stuff. Like, if it's a cartoon, it'll get a lot of fan fiction, but depending on the complexity of the art style, people may not be making art of it as much, right, compared to the fanfic, right? You have a lot of fanfic, but not a lot of, or, right, when you have shows that have real people, you tend not to have a lot of fan art, right? You tend to have more fan fiction. Because drawing the real actors is kind of, like, tricky, you know? So it just kind of depends, like, it just sort of depends. Right? So I feel like with Twisted Wonderland, when you have something like this, that's a very visual medium, but is very text-heavy, like, I feel like that most of the time people don't choose to do fanfic, they choose to do art, because it's close to being within the same medium as the game, while also being easier. Does that make sense? There's kind of a bell curve sort of thing going on, right? Where it's like, how easy is it to mimic this thing, but then also we kind of want to be different than the medium it already came in. That's my opinion. That's, like, my sense of it. Like, I think the reason why Harry Potter has so much fan fiction, other than it just being Harry Potter, I guess, right, is because, like, it came as a book. And so people prefer to write it, like, they want something that makes them feel like the books that made them feel. Right? And Ruby has a lot of fanfiction too, so again, it's not a hard rule, but I think that you'll notice as a fandom, I feel like Ruby values like animatics a lot, or like the 3D animated projects like Evermorrow and like Ruby Dusk Queen, you know, because that's the closest we can feel. Basically, it's kind of like chasing whatever is closest to feeling like the show or like the thing, I think, to some degree, but also like an easiness of it. So like with other books, you'll notice that there's not a lot of fan fiction, like lots of books I'm a fan of, because the author's writing style is too complicated and a lot of fanfic writers won't be able to capture it. So that's the other thing I notice, is that then, at that point, people choose to do like fan art because it's like, well, we can't really mimic the writer. So it's kind of like a curve of like the perfect sweet spot, I think, between, we can mimic this or get as close to the source material, or the source medium, I should say. We can get as close to the source medium as possible versus how easy it is to get to the source medium. And so then you have stuff like Twisted Wonderland where the easiest thing to do is just comics, because that's kind of how the game is presented as, right? Anyway. We went on a whole fanfic tangent. I want to write again. I haven't written anything in such a long time. I'm not feeling very inspired lately, guys. I'm stressed. I'm like, I have 30 days until I leave. I'm stressed. Crash out time. Actually, we should run an ad really quick. I should put you guys in ad jail for a second as I take a break. But I think from here on out, I won't have to get up and like pee or anything. I think I'll be okay. Did anything happen at the Disney Dreamlight Valley panel, by the way? Does anybody know? Okay. Still you resist? Don't be obstinate? The battle is over, accept defeat. I don't wanna. I have to protect Halloween. I have to, oh, wait a minute. We might actually get Skully overblot. Wait a second. I have to protect what I love most. Oh, shit. What if I'm right? What if I'm right, though? What? I'm back from ad hell? Okay, good. How? I thought you couldn't use your signature spell. Were you lying to us? No, you weren't. You just mastered your signature spell at this very moment. Bro, that's crazy. Oh my god. My care for Halloween, my love, it triumphed over your magic. I was outmatched in signature spell mastery. Oh, how woefully undertrained I am. Get pumpkined, fool! Oh my god. I should have trained harder. If only I hadn't lowered my guard there. No, all of these are simply excuses. I failed you, my liege. Oh, Seebeck, how charming it is the way that even now Malleus is at the foremost in your thoughts. I have not but the utmost respect for your deep loyalty. Indeed, I envy you, Seebeck. If only, oh my god, they're playing the sad Twisted Wonderland music. Damn, I've been using this, like, I used this in the Arista the movie. I've been using this in GTA RP. I love the sad Twisted Wonderland song. If only Jack Skellington was as steadfast as Malleus, then I never would have resorted to this. I would have kept believing in him as you believed in your liege. If only he hadn't betrayed me. I am fully convinced you have never experienced the despair and sorrow I presently feel. After all, unlike you, the ideals I cherished were all a mistake. Are you suggesting this is all Jack's fault? What an egregious shifting of blame. Take a look at yourself now. You're out here sulking alone, ruining the Halloween the others were preparing, abducting defenseless people. That's all you. It has nothing to do with Malleus or Jack Skellington. Only your own selfishness. Shut up. Just shut up. Stop talking. A pumpkin is in no position to lecture me. I'm only a pumpkin because you made me one! enough shouting. Haven't I told you countless times that I don't like ruckus noise making? Perhaps more extreme measures are required to get my point across. Oh my god, what if he just breaks the pumpkin? Is there nothing I can do? Now that's a relatable complaint right there. This Croco punk really is unbearably obnoxious. Whee! You're saying what I'm always thinking. Guess we're on the same wavelength, huh, Skully? Leona? Leona. Oh, I resent being called obnoxious when the only thing I do is state hard facts. The only thing, huh? Don't make me laugh. You charged in alone and got yourself turned into a jack-o'-lantern. Classic Croco punk. The way I see it, the only thing you ever do is rush headlong into trouble. If I hadn't heard your loudmouth shouting, Skully would have beaten you into pumpkin puree. Oh my god, so he was gonna break the pumpkin? He was literally gonna murder Seabeck? That's crazy. You know, on second thought, that might have been a useful learning experience for you. Should I come back later? I mean, he only looks like a pumpkin. I mean, they said it's shape-shifting magic, so maybe, like, what's the equivalent to getting squashed? He would just break a couple bones when he turns back. Maybe it depends on where the pumpkin was squashed, but I don't know, man. That sounds like murder to me. Sounds like he would have murdered Seabeck. It vexes me that I can't even argue. Loudmouth shouting? Ah, that explains why Seabeck's been talking so loudly this whole time. He was alerting you and all of your companions to his whereabouts. Now you're giving him way too much credit. He's just that loud. You're wrong. That was all part of my plan. Anyways, looks like you've been having a grand old time with our herbivore, so let me in on the fun. Oh dear. Whee! Oh, he's not gonna overblot? This time, for sure! King's Roar. Oh, my spell turned to sand yet again. I didn't know he could turn spells into sand. I thought it was just, you know, like stuff into sand. I guess that makes sense. It's no use. None of my spells can touch him. Ah, some threat you are. This is rather lopsided. I wasn't expecting such a glaring difference in capabilities. He may be a foolish human who defies the great Malleus, but I must begrudgingly respect his skill in magic, if nothing else. Who would have imagined someone so utterly irksome would make for a fine ally? Hey, Croco punk, want me to punt that pumpkin of body of yours into next Tuesday? Can't maintain the spell any longer. Uh-oh. Damn, he just turned back like that? Oh, excellent, I'm back to normal. Hey, so you are. Yup, right back to the same idiotic face as usual. Why are you addressing a garden pumpkin? I'm right here. Hey, Skully, don't go lying down for nappy time. It's too early for you to rest. Get up. I've been through a ton of irritating things because of you. So come on, stick it out. How else am I supposed to vent my frustration? What a crude, spiteful display of intimidation. Excellent, that's the Leona I know. I stand no chance now, no matter what I do. Guys, I'm so tired. My throat hurts. If only there was some chance to make a dramatic comeback. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Hey, Skully, we're here to help. Oh my god. I was doing so well today until I had to read for Leona. That's really what is getting me now. Hydrate, thanks. I'm gonna have to pee so much, though. I don't think we can get through this without peeing, actually. We have 16 chapters left. Or, well, we have 16 chapters and we're only at chapter 4, so. We might have to take a break in the middle. Oh, what dependable helpers you are. Halloween hasn't turned its back on me yet. It's the Halloween prankster trio. None of them are terribly strong, but they're all still incredibly nimble. It was tough to handle Barrel all by himself. All three of them plus Skully could be trouble. What do we do now, Leona? It seems like the battle has just begun. Now, you lovely individuals, have a demonstration of what we true Halloween appreciators are capable of. It's true. We all love Halloween. Trick or treat. Yee-haw. Yee-haw. Yee-yaw. Whoa. Might I ask what you're doing? Don't throw things at— Ow! What are you attacking me? They are your enemy, not me. Leona and Seebeck, capture them. Yeah, no, you're not the boss of us. Those miscreants are tying a rope around Skully. But why are they helping us all of a sudden? We did it! We got him! We captured Skully, Jamil! Oh, Jamil! Oh! Oh, this all makes sense now. Yes, well done. Jamil? What are you doing here? Oh no, never mind. Locke, why did you on the other side with Jamil? Didn't you promise we'd work together to craft the best Halloween possible? Actually, guys, I think they are live 2D. Oh, that's easy. We like Jamil better than you. Yeah, he's the only one who can give us orders. I don't remember making you any promises. No, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. You've all betrayed me. You prefer Jamil to me? That's just... Orders? Wait, are they? Ah. Man, Jamil, way to twist the knife. Skully's so devastated he's on the verge of tears. Throw the poor guy a bone and explain the trick. You're so merciful, Leona. I personally think Skully deserves this and much more, but fine. What trick are you talking about? You can't reason with these three right now. You see, their minds are under my control. So it really is what I thought. Yes, it's my signature spell at work. That's crazy that Jamil revealed this so easily, but canonically book 4 hasn't happened yet, and there's a whole thing in book 4 about them finding this out. And and Azul being fake hypnotized and stuff. But I guess Azul's not here, so we'll never know. Snake Charmer lets me control people who make eye contact with me. Hypnosis magic? You can use such sophisticated magic? I knew they were helping you, and I knew you were on this hill. So I captured Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and then I turned them into pawns to make you lower your guard. I do really like how, Jamil is so strategic in this book, too. They're really letting everyone shine to their fullest capabilities. I did say they did the job pretty well, wouldn't you agree? Oh my god, I would say, I mean. That's so low! Low, I think you mean smart. And you wouldn't believe how much of a headache it was rounding all three of them up. Oh god, do we really need a flashback right now? Their backs are against the wall. Now, Riddle! Off with your head! What's this collar? It's so clunky! It's heavy, like my head's being turned to stone. Ah, now you both match me! You certainly gave us the runaround with all that leaping and hopping about. That's some incredible agility. If the others hadn't dispersed the ghosts, that would have taken even longer. Not that even an army of ghosts would last a second against me, of course. I trust this is what you wanted, Jamil. Oh my god, wait, he's gonna do it in front of Azul? I mean, either they're not remembering this, like Lilo and Stitch, and so that's why it's not gonna matter, or, I mean, this event's not canon, but, so lame that this event's not canon. Yes, it is. Thank you, Riddle. Now then. What are you gonna do with us? Stay away! Come on, you two, we gotta get out of here! Easy there. Let me go! Now that you've got heavy collars, you won't be able to flee like you could before. I've got a job for you three. Oh no, he's gonna read another poem at me! Somebody help me! It's not a poem. All of you, look into my eyes. Uh-huh. The one you behold is your master. When I ask you a question, you will answer. When I give you a command, you will assent. Snake Charmer. Isn't Jamil's spell kind of OP, though? I don't remember what its weakness is, but, Jade can only use his spell once on someone, but Jamil, uses it on Calxiyn all the time. Lock, Shock, Barrel. Who do you obey? We obey you! Jamil! Oh, Oogie Boogie is not— Imagine if the next year, it's like Oogie Boogie finds out about this and gets his revenge, even though Jamil's not even here? That's right, good answer. That spell never ceases to amaze me. What do you mean never ceases? That means you've seen it before! Continuity! Yes, I'm sure Skully won't be expecting anything of the sort. See, that's my thing. This should take place after book... I wouldn't say after book 7, but still. There. I can't wait to see the look of bewilderment on his face. All right, Lock, Shock, Barrel, it's time to pull one over on Skully. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys. And that's why they tied me up. So, how does it feel being betrayed and bound by people you thought were your allies? You gave us no end of trouble. But you're finished now, Skully. Easy there, you're free to yell, but don't expect help from any corner at this point. After all, you don't have a single person on your side here. That villainous smile practically oozes viciousness. That's the Jamil I know, dependable to the last. Not a single person? No allies, no companions? No one at all. See that, Skully? There's nowhere left to run. They are going to make this guy overblot, bro. See that? Don't be absurd. Do you know how much it threw me off when I brought the pranksters here and saw Pumpkin speaking with your voice? You're way too prone to desperate gambits. You need to come up with proper plans instead. Uh-oh, guys. Please, knock on wood, not now, please. I have so much to live for. You were watching me? You could have stepped in to help me. I saw Leona already en route and figured it'd be fine to leave that part to him. Yeah, you guys all give me extra work. Especially you, freshman. Can't we just now hypnotize Skully? Because his glasses are off and, like, do the thing and, like, have him reveal where Jack is? What? Don't elbow me, human! My early intervention is the reason we captured Skully before Halloween, which means I deserve the credit for this. That's rich coming from the guy who didn't do anything but get rescued. No kidding. Gotta take a second scolding to get that through his thick skull. Then again, I suppose I could always tell Malleus about the pitiful way he was rolling around when he was a pumpkin. Now that's an excellent idea. Don't you dare! If you do, there will be consequences! Oh my god, guys, he's gonna get away. You're fighting right in front of him. He's gonna get away. Diabolical. What? I'm not gonna do that. No fair. No fair, no fair, no fair. Now he's throwing a temper tantrum like a literal toddler. Wow, Jamil, I think you took the bullying a bit too far. Me? It's not like you weren't giving the guy a hard time either. I warned you that you were going overboard. Let this be a lesson to you both. No fair. See, Beck, it's just not fair at all. Huh? Why are you targeting Seabeck? That's crazy. Me? Seabeck, what did you do to him? Apologize now. I didn't do anything half as bad as what you two did. I think. You've got someone like Malleus to admire. And a friend like Zero who's ready and willing to help you out. Oh! See? Is it gonna mean that he got into Night Raven, but he didn't get into his own dorm, and so he had no one to admire in his own dorm, so he had to make up a hero, basically. He had to make up someone to worship because he didn't have Malleus, he didn't have Maleficent or Ursula or any of that. And companions like Leona and Jamil. But I've got no one. Why? Why am I the only person all alone? Okay, I feel bad. I do feel bad for Skully. Wherever I go, even here, always, 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 always alone. Skully, what's gotten into you? Calm down. Shut up! Huh? What? I thought he just broke the kid's, restraint. Cal, he said Jack was popular in his hometown. I don't believe him. But still, I think that he brought Jack to ramshackle, like, as, oh, this'll be our hero now. He just broke free of his restraints with magic. He had that much power still in reserve? I have nothing. I've lost Halloween, the thing I love most, as well as Jack Skellington, the one I revered above all others. Now I'm left with utterly nothing. Yeah, is he breaking their control right now? I'm confused. Run for it! Uh-oh. Now he's slinging around magic at random. He's gone completely berserk. You people! How I envy you. Guys, stay sharp. Whee! Oh my god, he's just throwing pumpkins! Oh my god, please overblot. I want him to overblot so bad. Look at Lock, Shock, and Barrel. They're just like, yeah, fuck this shit, we're out. How low you have allowed yourself to fall, Skully? That's crazy. Why am I so miserable? Oh. I feel bad, guys. I feel bad. This is just sad. Like, imagine getting invited to Night Raven and you don't even have a dorm, and so you can't have any friends. It is sad. I feel like this is a lot more sympathetic than, well, I mean, Rollo's brother died, but still. This is kind of fucked up, you know? That badger punk. His spells are no real threat on their own, but he could overblot if we aren't careful. What? Skully, your tantrum has gone on long enough. Cease this at once. I don't wanna. You can't tell me what to do. Why are you talking like that? You've lost every shred of dignity. Oh my god, guys, what if he wasn't from another time period at all and he was just LARPing? What if he was just LARPing the whole time? I don't know, man. Shut up, there's no point in trying to emulate Jack Skellington now. Yeah, like, what if he's just been... Guys, I don't know, man. I still feel like he's from a different time period, but still. Like, imagine if he wasn't from that olden time, he was just LARPing. None of it matters anymore. All of you go away, leave me alone. Hey, Jamil, we need to knock him out and keep him from doing anything else stupid. And you can get a little rough if you have to. Sure beats him over blotting in this place. Understood, I won't pull my punches. I envy you, Seebeck. I wish I could have kept believing in my ideal like you do. Skully. But I can't now. The Halloween I had always imagined, the Jack Skellington I always imagined, were completely and utterly wrong! You stubborn fool! Oh my god, again? Seebeck, wait! Living Bolt! Bro, this is great. How is this gonna help? Too bright. Was that Seebeck's signature spell? How do you like that? Did that cool your head a little? Oh my god, they're just falling on top of each other. Skully's collapsed. Did Seebeck's signature spell do that? Again with the reckless charging in. Don't you know how to wait? Silence, human. It had to be me. Hey, Skully. Nothing matters anymore. I can no longer believe in Jack Skellington, the person I once idolized. The man I imagined was nothing more but an illusion. Reality's all too harsh. You're wrong. Believing in someone doesn't mean pushing your idea of what they should be on them. It means committing yourself to accept them as they are unconditionally. Okay, I kinda like this, guys. I kinda like this lesson coming from Seebeck. And this is so good for book 7 stuff too. Kinda? I mean, in a way, right? Because they're like, the Malleus we know doesn't actually want that. Like, you know. like, in a roundabout way, it's the same mentality for book 7. That, like, the Malleus that is making everybody stuck in the dreams, like, that's not the true Malleus they know. Committing myself? You would have me keep my mouth shut and just believe, simply obey like a fool when things don't match my ideals? Don't put words in my mouth, you imbecile! Imbecile? Even on the off chance, the infinitely limited chance that my liege differed from my ideal of him. Even if he did something I couldn't agree with, or our paths diverged at some point, I would still accept that regardless. I would understand that it's also part of what makes him Malleus. I wouldn't immediately disavow him and act all righteously disillusioned the way you have. Differences of opinion are entirely separate from one's capacity for enduring admiration. I told you before that the question of whether you can adhere to your beliefs rests entirely in your hands. Your own personal shortcomings are what truly torment you. This is my fault. I simply loved Halloween, that's all. So I wanted to make everyone else appreciate it as well. I wanted all of us to enjoy it together, but not a single soul played along. I love Halloween more than anything, and yet, was I wrong? Was I approaching this all wrong? Oh, Mr. Skellington, he hates me now, doesn't he? How would I know? If you want answers, ask him yourself. Huh? Uh-oh. This is so good though, guys. The writing is so good. I'll leave here for now. I gotta buy remedies for my mom. Okay, Madcap. Have good luck on your shopping trip. Don't worry, the VOD will be up on YouTube if I live that long. Man, guys, this has been like crazy for my voice the last couple days, but I'm so glad we're making progress. I heard the whole thing. Mr. Skellington? That freaked me out. A bolt of lightning went zap, then a flash of light went shoom, and I went It was a beautiful sight. Oh, that's cute. Oh, good. Looks like everyone is safely rescued. Your plan was for us to rescue the captives while you were leading the pranksters here, but it was much more aggravating than I could have expected. Aggravating? How so? Oh god, please don't do a flashback right now. Grim refused to leave the bathtub until he finished eating all the candy Skully gave him. Skully gave him candy? That's hilarious. Look, Skully said, please have yourself refreshments and make yourself at home. It'd be rude not to finish a generous gift, right? I'm stuffed. They were lounging around having the time of their lives when we found them. I was accepting his hospitality. You really got nerves of steel, Cal. We were worried sick, you know. And you wouldn't believe how hard it was to wake up Jack. How does anyone sleep that soundly? What a nice nap. It cleared my head right up. I feel great. You're a Skellington. Of course the inside of your head is clear. If you start interjecting every time he sets himself up for it, you'll never stop. Now then, Skully. These boys told me you kidnapped me in order to make the Halloween you wanted happen. Oh, well, you see? Yes. That's exactly what I did. I wanted to defend my ideal Halloween and keep others from defiling it. And to that end, I abducted you, Mr. Skellington. I feel like he'll be, like, kind of chill with it, you know what I mean? Where do you get your dress? Hot Topic, but a long time ago. I don't know if they'd still have it, but I'm sure they have something, like, similar to this. I see. That's fantastic! What? Huh? Bro, I knew it. That motivation, that passion, that love, your feelings towards Halloween are the real deal. All right, wow, I'm awestruck. A victim of abduction is praising his abductor's spirit? What magnanimity. Jack Skellington is a great man indeed. He's probably not even thinking about that. Hey, Skellington, are you seriously gonna let Skully off the hook? Of course! Skully's passion for Halloween is incredible! How could I ever deny him that? But Mr. Skellington, didn't you think my idea of Halloween was unacceptable? Huh? Did I say that? You did! You said that simply following tradition is just empty and that spending Halloween alone defeats the whole purpose of the day. Well, yes! Halloween is for everyone! It's not a day to spend alone. Halloween is there to strike fear into everyone's hearts equally. Screams should resound throughout the land, and all should cower in fear. It would be a huge bore otherwise, and Halloween has to keep evolving in order to achieve that. Repeating the same thing over and over just doesn't work. Evolving? Halloween is for everyone. Yes! I have to say, though, I'm amazed. I really respect you, Skully. Huh? Did I hear that correctly? You really respect me, Mr. Skellington? I certainly do. I never thought... Okay, you guys are right. He did kidnap Santa. That's true. Wait, you guys are right. You guys are cooking. I totally forgot about that. You guys are so smart. I never thought anyone cared so much for Halloween outside of Halloween Town. I'm sure your love for the holiday is every bit as strong as mine, and I'm the Pumpkin King. You and I are a lot of alike, you know, since we're both willing to go any length for Halloween. Oh, Mr. Skellington, I was wrong. Halloween evolves. It scares everyone. I failed to understand that. I'm so sorry. I was iffy about simply letting someone off the hook for abduction, but it seems Jack's words hit him harder than any punishment could have. Yes, as long as he has his idol, I'm sure he won't stoop to such unbecoming conduct again. Isn't that right, my liege? Did you say something, Seebeck? Yeah. Guys, that's actually so smart. All right, everybody, I am going to quickly use the bathroom, and I'm gonna take a break because I really gotta go. But we only have 6 chapters left. Let's, though, do my training camp, and let's use ortho. Yeah, there is a song that kidnapped the Sandy Claus, exactly. I forgot. I just deadass forgot. Okay. So yeah, we will run an ad, I will use the bathroom, and then we'll finish this. Oh my god, finish this all up. I almost got that cross with finish this shit up, which, you know, is also acceptable, but...
分析完了。パーツに良さそう。成分解析中。
ステイ。今日は
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
しつけの時間。
ドキドキするね。成功確率 50%、成功確率 50%、レシピ照合中。成功確率 50%。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
子犬ども。
エラー表示が。レシピ照合中。裏技だよ。成功確率 50%、レシピ照合中。
ステイ。今日は
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
しつけの時間。
センスより統計。調合に成功しました。温度管理もバッチリ。温度管理もバッチリ。終わったらゲームしよう。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
子犬ども。
楽しい遊びだね。
抜き打ちです。
心拍数が上昇したね。あわ、エマージェンシー。見て、面白いよ。見て、面白いよ。
グッボーイ。
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
しつけの時間だ。
励んでますね。
見て、面白いよ。
では
分析完了。裏技だよ。温度管理もバッチリ。温度管理もバッチリ。
グッボーイ。
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
しつけの時間。
錆びちゃいそう。
Can you show another picture of the cats? I don't know if I have
1
one.
ナノ
Hold
グラム
on.
までぴったり。分析完了。シミュレーション完了。
ステイ。今日は
Let me see if I have anything
情報を
just
た
on
く
my
さんインプットし
computer.
たよ。
頭に叩き。
裏技だよ。裏技だよ。 ドキドキするね。成功確率 50%。エラー表示が。
次はお行儀から教えてやる。
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
しつけの時間。
データと違う。ドキドキするね。レシピ照合中。データと違う。ドキドキするね。
グッボーイ。
There's the cats in the dining room on the comforters that I need to pack away for my
しつけの時間。
センスより統計。
for my trip.
説明は兄さん担当。1ナノグラムまでぴったり。楽しい遊びだね。センスより統計。
Yeah, they're cute, aren't
今
they?
日はこ
情報をたくさんインプットしたよ。
I wish they'd come down. They never come down here anymore. I don't know why. They never come sit with me while I record. Maybe all my voice acting is scaring them. Yeah, guys, we will resume in just a moment. I just want to check a couple things. And then we'll be good. Let's do our mystery box. Why not? What was I doing again? I had to check something. What was it? I don't know. I guess I'll worry about it later. I swear there was something I needed to do, and then I forgot. Hi, Archie! Aw, just as I said, none of the kitties come to see me anymore. I hear a kitty. I hear a little kitty.
効率悪すぎ。
I hear a
拙者は
little
自
kitty
作の
somewhere.
充電式回路で快適に温まりますから
Alright, guys, let's get this done. We can do it. Alright. Archie! Archie!
そのリンゴについてる虫
Why don't you come
見せて
sit here with your mommy? Is it because I don't have treats in here anymore? Were you only here for the treats? You didn't actually care about sitting with me? Yeah, they don't come sit in my office anymore. Do I have to bribe them? Maybe. Oops. We didn't put auto on, or we didn't put sequential play. Whoopsie. All right, guys. We can do it. I believe. I want to believe. Hi, Archie. Come sit with me. Oh, Jack, where are you? Is there anywhere we forgot to check? I looked in every mausoleum. We opened the sarcophagi. Sarcophagi? I trumped through the pumpkin patch. I peeked behind the Cyclops eye, I did, but he wasn't there. What if we don't find him? What will become of this year's Halloween? Okay, can everybody just calm down? Hear that? Ah! 0! Jack's back! Oh, Jack, I'm so glad you're safe! Where have you been? Wait, Skully? Jack's abductor is here as well? You scoundrel, it's time to sound the alarms! Relax, Mayor. Everything he did for Halloween. Really? Well, if that's your take on the matter, that's good enough for me. We can enjoy Halloween together, Skully. So easily swayed. I'm certain I have little room to talk, but it's rather concerning. It's true, you do have little room to talk. Despite Halloween Town's gloomy aesthetics, its radiance are quite chipper. It's radiance? Oh my god, it's residence. Guys, I'm really tired. It's good that we're gonna take a break tomorrow and do some Kingdom Hearts. I think Twisted Wonderland's melted my brain. Oh, Jack, I'm so glad you're all right. I was worried sick. You were worried about me? Of course I was. Wow, thanks, Skully. Oh, Skully, oh my god. Wow, thanks, Sally. But you don't need to worry anymore. See this? Not a bone out of place. And Halloween's still on track, right? It's almost time. Come on, everyone. We don't have a moment to spare. Let's all get the final prep work done. Yay! Oh man, that was just a fade to black. Not the next chapter. Yes, I think it's lovely. Then that's what we'll go with. Leech, Shroud, Flemme, what are you discussing? Malleus, we're going over the final checks for the music. Oh my god, guys. Please don't let this be like 10, I mean, how many do we have? 6 chapters? Please don't let this be 6 chapters of bullshit. Please, let's just do it. Let's just go. Well, Jack's way more knowledgeable about music than me, so I haven't been offering much in the way of input. But apparently, getting feedback from lots of sources will lead to a better final product. I don't know much about music at all either. Oh god, that was Arista. At all either. Oh my god. What in tarnation? I don't know much about music at all either, but I listen to... Fuck. What's happening to me? What in tarnation? I listened to what they all played and gave them my best impressions of it. Whoa. Oh, music sounds fascinating. I've been curious about that strange string instrument as it happens. Oh yeah, we can play you a tune then. We'll play you one of our favorites, a fitting song for a time of celebration. And 1, 2... Oh god, not this again. We've already done this. Okay. Whoa, it's so sad. What is this? A song that plays when the female lead comes down with an incurable illness? What are you talking? Is that a Clannad reference? What are we doing? Edia, also, you're one to talk. You're literally based off of Hades, but okay. It makes me feel so unsettled. What in tarnation? It makes me think of a chicken choking on its food. My, don't you think that's a tad bit insulting towards these esteemed musicians? Allow me to share my own interpretation. This song brings to mind children running through the plaza on a festival that happens about once a year. Is that what it's meant to depict? Jade, you're just making stuff up. That's exactly right! Damn. What? OMG, do you have ESP? How do you get children or festivals out of that? Yeah, we lost Epple, but you know what? That's okay. This book's almost over. I heard it the same way Leech did. These are some truly exceptional musicians if they can evoke the same imagery in the minds of multiple listeners. I couldn't agree more. How intriguing. I'd like to hear more of your music, if you please. Then here's your next challenge. When did this turn into a quiz game? Somehow, I doubt I'll ever get an answer right. That was random. These feel like they shouldn't. Like, we should have just went straight to Halloween, but fine. I guess we need to check in with every group and, like, finish off, like, cap off the culinary and the music and the decorations, and then we'll start to celebrate, and then we'll all go home, but still. Where's my kitty? Where was my kitty? He was meowing but didn't come see me. I need to bring treats down here. Apparently, they just want to be bribed, I guess. The culinary side of things had me worried for a while, but this whole selection looks delicious. You managed to turn those ingredients into all this. Why, that's practically magic in of itself. Astounding. Trey is the pride of Heartslable, and he worked on this personally. I absolutely couldn't have done it without Jamil, not to mention the people that gathered all the ingredients. With you and Jamil cooking, I know I can safely expect good things. This I will happily eat without any concerns. I'm rather looking forward to this party. Everyone! Sally. I can't thank you enough for saving Jack. So we've heard. I assure you, you said thank you plenty. But I am really grateful, and I wanted to channel that gratitude into something for you, so I made a soup! You made a soup? Oh god. These are funny though. I like a kind of final like little closure on these groups and stuff. I did, yes, there's still some time before the party, right? I thought you might be hungry. Come, have some while it's hot. Help yourselves. No, please, I have a very sensitive palate. That's rather rude. Oh, is it now? You're welcome to have some instead, Vil. No, what if I break out in hives? That seems rather rude to me. Oh, I know. I think my spoon's a little dented. Is there another one I could use? There's an issue with mine as well. Miss Sally, may I pick out a replacement spoon? Oh dear, I'm sorry. You're welcome to pick out whatever spoon from the cutlery box. Thank you, I'll just take... It's not here. What isn't? That one spoon. It's not here. Sally, what happened to the spoon with the holes in it? Oh, I keep that in my sock, see? Why do you keep a spoon in your sock? It seems we have no choice but to resign ourselves to fate. If I picture it as a particularly potent medicine. Alright, I'll do it. If I get food poisoning from this, I'll be making a claim with my traveler's insurance! Do you have insurance? Azul, like you didn't know that you would be traveling? You have it all the time just in case you gotta go somewhere? Separate world or not? Or do you have that because you're traveling to the human world? You've had it ever since, you know, like being a merfolk or whatever. Guys, alright, I'm in two. Here goes nothing. Diabolical. Actually diabolical. It's good! How? It tastes like a strawberry tart. Oh! Trey's using his signature spell, but maybe will it still make them sick though? That's just masking what it actually tastes like. Mine tastes like a selection of fresh fruits, all perfectly ripe. Mine tastes as savory as a juicy steak. How am I getting this flavor from a soup? Wait, I know what's going on here. Oh, Trey. You got me. I used my signature spell to change the flavor. It's Halloween, but everyone looked less festive, so I decided to act on impulse. We might as well make this a fun party, right? Part of me questioned if it would be rude towards Sally, but it would be ruder to eat her food grudgingly in front of her, right? Trey, I'm proud to have such a capable vice house warden, truly. An impeccable way to avoid a potential conflict. You can be frighteningly tactful sometimes. I owe you an immense debt, Trey. How am I supposed to repay this? I'm glad you guys like it. That was delicious. May I have seconds? I'd like more as well. Likewise, it's good for one's metabolism to warm up with soup before a meal. Is that true? I hear, like, in China, they say that you should have one soup, 2 sides, a main course, and a salad? I don't know. Maybe I made that up. The soup thing is real, though. Like, with every meal, you have to have a soup. Why, I'm flattered. Please have as much as you like, but don't forget to save room for the party. I'm glad they're happy, but I only changed the flavor, not any of the actual ingredients. Well, look at the way they're smiling. Why spoil the moment? Yeah, they're gonna have the shits later. They're gonna have some terrible diarrhea is what I was that's what I was thinking. The things I would give for Trey's signature spell, you just need to be like that lady that like sniffs the chocolate before eating the broccoli. Man, my legs are still asleep after all that time I spent stuck in a cold bathtub. If only I could chip in with the work, but nope, I can't. I wish I could help, but methinks this might be. No, I shan't object. No amount of apologies on my part would suffice. Allow me to express my remorse through actions. Oh, gosh. Yeah, they're still eating bullshit from a cauldron. That's what I was saying. I was like, isn't this still kind of sussy? But, you know, I guess we'll burn that bridge when we get to it, as I like to say. Skully's doing the thing again. Grim, I shall carry you myself. Wait, what? I know this won't make up for what I've done, but I shall follow you everywhere and act as your hands and feet. No way, that'd just be a hassle. How about expressing your remorse materially instead, huh? Hey, Skully! If you're apologizing to Grim and Cal, don't you owe me a few words as well? Seebeck. Yes, so I do. I owe you my deepest apologies. I admired how strong and steadfast you were, yet at the same time, I hated you a great deal. That's hilarious. You're welcome to laugh at my foolishness in failing to understand my own heart. I certainly deserve it, but I hope that someday you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. Certainly, I forgive you, human. Whoa, Seebeck's being real nice. Hey, are you an imposter? Mind your manners, dire beast. If I don't show forgiveness here, my tolerance would be called into question. After all, Skully, aren't you beside yourself with envy of me? Being envied by someone as bold and spirited as you is rather flattering, actually. I suppose so, you lovely personage. I'm so pleased we're able to put this behind us and move forward amicably. I feel like, guys, we haven't gotten to the sad part yet, which is like, Skully's dead and he can't come back to school with us, and like, I don't know. I never said I'd permit that. I thought I heard someone smug yammering on. Do you really have any room to talk about owing people things? Are you accusing me of something? I saved you from danger and I haven't heard one word of gratitude so far, much less an apology. Gratitude? Well, isn't my gratitude obvious? Certainly you can tell from my demeanor. No, not in the least. Hey, Jamil, you agree, huh? Absolutely, it was maddening watching Seebeck constantly run ahead with reckless abandon. Yet he hasn't said a word of thanks. I never knew Dysomnia had someone so rude in it. Not you too, Jamil! You have my thanks. That was so quiet! Alright guys, we're out of warm water. That means this is it. We can only survive with all we have left. I never knew you could talk that quietly. The real Seebeck could never keep his voice so low. You gotta be an imposter. Maybe it's something he ate. Silence, all of you! Oh, what delightful people these are. When I see them like this, it makes me think that maybe school isn't so bad after all. Once I go back to Twisted Wonderland, I'll... Wait, so he wants to go back to school and change name, and he's even gonna be allowed. Guys, I feel like this is gonna be so fucked up. This is gonna be so sad. Oh my god. Like, for him to finally have a change of heart and then he's not able to go back home, like, that would be so depressing. But enough about that. We need to finish decorating the plaza. Oh, right. You were hanging banners, I believe? Yes! Malleus and myself finished them! With Apple and Vil. Behold our magnificent banners! Those banners. You must be awestruck at their beauty, as you should be. These banners were crafted in the image of the dorms at our school. The noble dragon is the emblem of Dysomnia dorm, which is the one Malleus and I belong to. That one represents Savannah Claw, where Leona is the house warden, and this one is Scarabia, where Jamil belongs. Hey, I don't see Ramshackle represented. Guys, it's gonna happen. Look closely. See the ghost, human, and cat playing together next to the Night Raven College School's emblem? Oh, is that us? That ain't that bad, Seebeck. You agree, right, henchhuman? Thank you. Dysomnia? Savannah Claw? Scarabia? Night Raven College? What's wrong? Why are you muttering to yourself? Something bothering you? No, nothing, just... now I see. So that's how it was. After all... Yes, of course! It was truly the hand of fate that steered me towards you lovely personages. What? What's happening? Are you looking for another beatdown? Seriously, stop. I'm running out of wet wipes. I love how Jamil has wet wipes on him. He's such the mom friend because of Calxiyn, right? Hey, everyone. It's time to start the countdown. Come join us. Hey, Jack's calling us over. Let's go. Is everyone ready? You bet, Jack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! But they didn't keep it in the intro when it was all quiet, even though this is the same. This is Halloween, isn't it? But yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll watch the Twisted Tune on YouTube when we're done. Halloween is fear. Halloween is aspiration. Halloween is a nightmare of our own creation. The ideal I pictured was accurate, except there was more to it than what I imagined. Oh, look at everyone having fun. What truly makes Halloween so marvelous is being able to share fear and joy with so many people. Only on Halloween do we experience such fright and delight. I'll spend the rest of my life spreading the word in Twisted Wonderland that Halloween is lively, loud, and lavish. So see, guys, okay, maybe he does get to go home, and it's gonna be a timey-wimey thing where because of his influence, this is why Night Raven College started to do the Halloweens they did, and it's gonna be like a paradox, but I don't know, man. I feel like he's already dead. I feel like he's dead already. I'm scared. Great Halloween, everybody! I believe it was our most horrible yet, thank you, everyone, and special thanks to our guests from Twisted Wonderland. It really was a wonderful Halloween. I've never had such a ruckus, giddy Halloween. I'm just glad it went off without a hitch. You fellows from Twisted Wonderland have breathed new life in a Halloween town. I couldn't be more grateful. Glad to hear it. So the deal's still on, right? The deal? You said if we made Halloween a success, you'd help us find a way home. Oh, you want to go back to your world? Obviously! Really? But you could stay and help with next year's Halloween! Exactly, what's the harm in staying for just one more year? Halloween Town's a fun place, you know. I'd be willing to share some of my scientific insights. Now, everyone, a deal's a deal. Where was that door to the human world? Hold on, just a minute while I go look for it. Wait a minute! You knew where the door was this entire time? And you kept it from them? That's crazy! Wait! There's been a door? Well, I guess it makes sense because don't they go to the human world for Halloween every year like Santa Claus? Like, they go scaring children. They still go to Earth. That was too close. I was so shocked and angered that I was ready to come to blows. Ditto, good thing we got that commitment from Jack Skellington to start with. No kidding. At least now we can finally go home. Going back home means I'll finally be free of you. Oh, don't make Zero sad. What, those puppy dog eyes ain't gonna make me feel bad, so don't even. This is goodbye, huh? Finally, I was sick and tired of having him follow me around everywhere. Grim, we never would have found you without Zero. Don't be impolite. Zero, you were a fine helper indeed. Very well done. Getting attached to Seebeck, Zero? Guess there's no accounting for taste. How can you smile while uttering such insults? I think they're a good pair, actually. Seebeck looks more dependable than usual with a trusty companion by his side. Yeah, I can see it. Jack definitely went to the human world as Santa. Yeah, exactly. But doesn't Jack go for Halloween? But he goes for Christmas afterward. But doesn't he also go for Halloween in the first place? Don't they leave to go scare children? Or do they only go, or does he only find the door to the human world because of Christmas? I don't remember. Good for you, Seebeck. You finally look like you belong in those clothes. Yeah, at first they were the only thing about you that seemed remotely upstanding. Is that how you see me? No need to bristle, it's a compliment. We're saying you look good in the suit now. Oh, these two make everything so difficult. Jack Skellington, have you found that door yet? Guys, I'm so stressed. How are they gonna wrap up Skully's arc in a satisfying way? We only have 2 chapters. Not his arc, but are they gonna tell us anything? If they don't tell us anything, guys, I'm gonna freak the fuck out right now. I'm actually gonna start to lose it. I'm gonna make freaking lose it right here on stream. Found it! You should be able to go home to your world through this mausoleum. Also, how would you know that? How do you know there's a door to the human world, Jack? Like, I thought you guys hadn't heard of Twisted Wonderland, so like, how do you know? You want us to go into a mausoleum? Like, that's a totally normal and not just scary thing to do? And not at all scary thing to do? Sir Skellington, are you sure there's no other way? I think it'd take me a year to come up with any alternatives. Then this door's our only option. You're sure this leads to Twisted Wonderland? It would be rather unpleasant if it didn't. If it doesn't lead elsewhere, it would simply be a grave, potentially one with a prior occupant. Please don't creep me out like that. It won't be the same around here without you. You're always welcome to visit again. Ah, Mr. Jack Skellington, the master of fright, ruler of the night, the pumpkin king who reigns supreme over Halloween. Meeting you has been such an honor. It was a blast for me too, Skully. You love Halloween every bit as much as I do, so I bet you could become king of Twisted Wonderland's Halloween. Mr. Skellington, look at his little blush. I shall spread your idea of Halloween far and wide throughout Twisted Wonderland. I expect great things. Thank you. Ah, my idol, please continue being exactly who you are forevermore. I don't know, man. I feel like my optimistic side wants to say that he does get to go home and he just gets to go back in time, and so he starts the Night Raven College tradition, but my pessimistic side is thinking he's already dead. Well, we can't stand around balking forever. I'm going in. It's been lovely, Jack. Here's hoping we see each other again someday. Well, time for some Moxie. It was fun. Thank you to everybody in Halloween Town. It was an invaluable experience. I hope you'll pay Twisted Wonderland a visit sometime. Yeah, and if they forget about all this, I'll literally crash out. I will crash out a little. Yes, likewise. We would return the hospitality you've shown us tenfold. I've had enough Halloween Town to last a lifetime, so peace. Signing off. Sir Skellington, you've taught me much about how proper gentlemanly conduct. I hope we meet again. Everything was shocking, but it was also really fun in its own way. Thank you for everything. Skellington, everyone else, thank you for your hospitality. Until we meet again. Sir, my liege, wait for me! Well, it won't do for us to just stand here. We're the only ones left. Let's go, Skully. No! Skully, what's wrong? You're not moving. This is it. It's finally time to say goodbye. Guys, I just got goosebumps. I'm scared. Please don't make me cry today. What's all this now? Must you be so dramatic about everything? The door leads to Twisted Wonderland. It's just going to transport us all back to Foothill Town. You should come visit our school sometime. No, I can tell. I don't think I'll ever meet you lovely personages again. But we can always see each other whenever we like on Halloween. No! He's dead! He's dead! No! That's why he says you can only see whenever you like on Halloween, because he's dead! No! Skully, no! I don't believe that. They need to spell it out for me. I need them to say it with their whole chest, or else I won't believe it. This was a genuinely delightful Halloween. Thank you, everyone. What are you getting all emotional for? Come on, everyone in the grave. You don't have to shove! Whoa! Ah! It's been real! What? We just shoved Skully in there, though! What's gonna happen to him? Did Leona just murder this guy? Skeleton, thank you for hosting us! Give the regards to my give my regards to the others as well! I'm having a stroke. Goodbye! It's been a wild 4 days, but thank you for a fun Halloween. That's everyone. Later. See you around sometime, Pumpkin King. Goodbye, everybody! Goodbye! Happy Halloween! Guys... I'm scared. Wow, this image is so low quality. That's crazy. Man, I wish I could use this for the thumbnail, but it's such a bad, low quality picture. The end! guys, I'm so scared. What do you guys mean that they're gonna answer my questions about Skully? With one chapter left? How are they gonna answer this? Huh? Where are we? Oh my god, guys, it's so saturated now. Like, I've been looking at the darkness of Halloween Town for so long, I forgot how they're actually shaded. Like, I forgot what they actually look like. Foothill Town, right? We went to a secondhand book fair and... What happened after that? No! No! Fuck you! Fuck you guys! What do you mean? What do you mean they fucking forgot? I told you guys if they do this shit again, I'm going to crash out. Whatever it was, I recall it being thrilling and delightful, but it's all terribly fuzzy. I vaguely recall being someplace rather dark and gloomy. Yeah, the port seems awfully bright for some reason. Just weird for somewhere I'm so familiar with. Personally, I'm kind of struck by how colorful everyone. Oh my god, me too! It's strange, our school uniforms seem out of place, like we were just wearing something else somehow. Oh, where, huh? It appears as if we all have a strange gap in our recollection, myself included. And you, King Scholar? He's lying, I don't know. Leona, you lie! I feel like Leona's bullshitting, I don't know. Maybe he is telling the truth. Yeah, I got nothing, my head's all fuzzy. Can't remember a thing. Though for some reason, I feel like that furball made a real mess of things. What? I ain't done nothing. Don't go pinning anything on me. I feel like you did. Is there anything suspicious around us? Seemingly not. So, all of us lost consciousness and we're not sure why? That should be terrifying, but for some reason... I know what you mean. For some reason, it's not raising my... hackles? Okay, sure. Or bothering me. Is this everyone? And how will Skully remember the lesson if everybody forgot? It's the usual group Malleus et al. But is this truly everyone? I feel as though someone else was present. Oh my god, it's like Roxas! They're forgetting! Did anyone else just hear something that sounded like a smooching noise? Yeah, the back of my hand started itching. Ugh, gives me the creeps. Whatever happened, it was weird. Let's just all head back to school. Right. That explains why the others don't know about Jamil's signature spell, I guess, but Azul still says that freaks me out every time I see it, so that doesn't quite make sense because that still implies Azul's seen it before, but I know what you guys mean. I'm gonna crash out right now. I'm gonna have the most diabolical— Why do they need to forget? What is the purpose of them forgetting? I don't understand. Ah, Callan Grimm, welcome back. And everyone else is also here, okay. Wait, are you leading a parade? Did you all go on a merry outing together? Am I witnessing a miracle? Trey and I just happened upon the others. Even if we had all gone out together, it's nothing to make a production out of. What are you up to, sir? Oh god, you're carrying something big there. Why, I'm glad you asked. You see, I was rearranging the storage room and happened to find this old portrait. Have a look. Okay, wait. Cooking? Cooking? The person here is from well before my tenure at Nyraven College. He graduated centuries ago. Halloween was a relatively minor event once upon a time, but he raised awareness of it all over the world. They say he built the foundation of the modern Halloween you enjoy each year. His name was Skully J. Graves. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I'll accept this. Okay. Okay. They called him the King of Halloween! He's the reason Halloween is so enjoyable for all of us now! Imagine this incredible individual is your upperclassman, albeit many generations of students removed. Doesn't it stir your pride, your delight? It certainly makes me proud as this school's head mage. What are you proud about somebody from an ancient history? It's got nothing to do with you. It most certainly does! He's a pride and joy of our school! I've not heard any of this before. It's understandable he wasn't terribly fond of taking center stage. As I understand it, he devoted the entirety of his efforts to traveling the world and celebrating Halloween each year. So there are hardly any photos or portraits of him left. Meaning this is quite a rare find. And since I dug it out of storage, I thought it might be nice to hang it up in the school during Halloween and brag about it. What's the matter, everyone? You're all positively riveted to this painting. I feel like maybe they'll stir a little bit of memory. Are you truly that awestruck? I suppose. I've never seen him before, but I feel like I know him. When I see that smug face, for some reason, I keep picturing the guy bawling his eyes out. I know what you mean, which is strange, considering this is the first time I've ever heard of the King of Halloween. You know, somehow seeing this portrait makes me more eager for Halloween than usual. Goodness, really? I suppose rare portraits have an impact all on their own. Yes, sir, I'll do everything I can to ensure Halloween at Night Raven College is as fun and lively as can be. You're a regular simpleton. At least that's what I normally say. But you know what? I'll chip in too. I'm in the mood for some dumb fun anyway. Ha! Neither of you will get the chance! After all, I shall make this Halloween a more lively, loud, and lavish holiday than anyone has ever seen! I swear by the King of Halloween! The end? Oh guys, they were teasing Christmas! Oh, look at them in the bathtub! Dot, 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 question mark! I love a good dot, 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 question mark. Damn. Okay, well, you know, I guess they all but spelled it out for us, right? Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna go find the Twisted Tune on YouTube while we do this, while we talk about final thoughts. So basically, Skully was a student. It doesn't sound like he was in Ramshackle Dorm, though. They never confirmed that exactly. They just said he didn't get along with the people that he was with. So, hold on. Twisted Tune Nightmare Before Christmas. So it seems like Skully, his story was that he, like, went to Night Raven and he felt super alone and sad. And then he went back to school, he realized that he was being kind of arrogant and shitty to everyone, he found friends, and then, yeah, he found friends and then he, you know, did stuff. He did the stuff around the world, is what it sounds like. I don't know why Skully remembers and everyone else doesn't, but maybe here's the thing, guys. Obviously, it could just be like, oh, inside of their hearts, blah, 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 like that bullshit, I guess. Here's my theory. What if only one person can remember the book events, and last time it was Stitch? So Stitch went back to his world and remembered, but the rest of us forgot. Like, the book chooses one person to carry the memory on. So in this case, the book chose Skully. Obviously, we would need more data to know whether or not that's, like, true, I guess. But I think that's a pretty good theory, that, like, the person that needs to learn the lesson the most remembers. Which, I don't know if technically that would be Stitch and Lost in a book, right? I think that it was more our group that needed to learn the lesson about the fun vacation and all of that stuff, but yeah, Skully figured it out. Like, he wasn't gonna see them because he seemed to figure out that, like, because you know what I think it is, guys? I think, what he was thinking in his mind was, wait a second, right? I go to this school and they're not here right now, which means they're there, like, we're not gonna see each other because they come from the future. Like, I basically think he figured out, wait a second, if Malleus Draconia was the fucking house warden, I would know about that. Like, he realized, oh wait, I don't know any of these people. So that means that they're not from my time. They're from the future. I think he finally put it together in the end. I'd like to go read people's theories about Skully after we watch this, maybe, just to see if there's anything else that I missed. But I think it's pretty clear cut. The only thing that we don't know is whether or not he was in Ramshackle, I guess. Oh my god, they're actually singing! Oh, they're singing like the actual lyrics! Oh my god! I didn't know that they were, I thought it was gonna be like... I thought it was just gonna be a song! Like, that got copyright. I didn't know that they were gonna sing in English! Oh my god! I wonder who's doing these lines. Oh my god, they sound so good! Oh my god. Oh, guys, this is so cool! Oh my god, guys! Oh! It's hard to tell who's who though, because they aren't mouthing. Oh, I like that! Oh my god, guys, my cheeks hurt. Oh! I don't know if I heard this before. Oh no, I remember now. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Did Skully also get to sing? Oh my god, guys, this is amazing. Oh man. That was so good! You know what baffles me though? Here's what I don't understand, okay? Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand how they got the rights to the instrumental, but not singing it with their own voices. Like, if the song is copyright claimed, doesn't, like, how do they have the copyright to the instrumental, but not sing it? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand how it's still in the game, because it's not muted, they're just not singing. So I don't understand, like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't understand. Like, in terms of the legality of copyright, how do they have the rights to the instrumental track and they're able to keep that in the twisted tune, but then the voices are causing a legality issue? Like, is it not, like, isn't it the same? You turned the voices off, didn't you? What do you mean? Twisted Wonderland turned off their voices. Like, the English in NA, the voices are gone. That, I didn't do it. These events aren't voiced, Vetigree, if that's what you mean. Oh no, I don't always have the voices off. No. So events like this are not voiced. That's why I have to voice act all of them, and that's why it's such a kind of a pain. But this song was voiced in Japanese, but it wasn't voiced in EN because of copyright issues. The same way that in Harveston, there was a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs song that never, like, or sorry, not in Harveston. In Book 5, there was another song, that was a Hi-Ho remix, and they didn't let it go through. So I was like, but how do they have the instrument and see, they just cut Hi-Ho from the game. I don't think that we can even play it as a Twisted tune. But what I don't understand is how did they get the rights to the This Is Halloween instrumental enough to keep it in the Twisted tune, but they didn't have the voice rights enough? Like, is it like when you start singing, it's considered a performance and so you need a different license, but when you're just using the instrumental, you're just paying for the license to the instrumental from the movie? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're using kind of the same or a very similar instrumental to the movie, so they just paid for the license for the instrumental. But now if you sing on top of it, it's a performance. I don't get it. I want to know who's singing what, though. So I'm pulling this up. Does Skully not have lines? Does Skully not sing? Okay, so that's Seaback. Oh, Fiona sounds so nice. So it was mostly focused on them three, I see. I really hope they do more singing. Like, I hope they do more original songs. Like, I want more idol performances. Skully doesn't have a voice actor, but he has lines at the beginning of the book. Right? Like, he has the opening lines, so he had a voice. I was trying to mimic his voice. Unless that was Jack Skellington. His Rolo has one too, right? Yeah, I like their signatures. Oh, guys, we need Disney face characters.
I am the one hiding under your stairs. Fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Wait, where's Ethel? Hello? Did Ethel not get any lines? Yeah, this isn't the full cast. Hold on. Am I crazy? Yeah, what the fuck? Where's Ethel? There's no Azulville in Ethel. Why would they do that? That's not nice. Fiona's voice is so good. I think I'm doing a pretty good job now hearing his singing. Damn, justice for Skully. Skully should have gotten to sing a little. Yeah, see that jump out of your skin? That's one of those lyrics I'm talking about in terms of like Halloween. Sorry, Nightmare Before Christmas having something weird. The stream's probably gonna get copyrighted, by the way. So if anybody wants to use their Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime sub or anything, do so now. $1 or $2 or $3. It really just depends on how many views it gets afterwards, but it's not that serious. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, guys. Please let them sing What's This? That'd be so cool if everyone gets... What's this? What's this? No Malleus in the song, apparently? Yeah, that's kind of diabolical, because Malleus's voice actor is voiced by the same guy that did the Phantom of the Opera. But you know what? I wonder if the reason why they did that was because they already did, Glorious Masquerade. But if that was the case, I don't know why Edea got to sing, because in Glorious Masquerade, like, Edea, you know what I mean? Like, if that was the reason, like, oh, but these characters already sang Glorious Masquerade, so, like, they're covered, right? Because I think Epal was there in Glorious Masquerade, Malleus was there, right? Like, Malleus, who was it that took top billing? Malleus, Azul, and Edea. So I'm assuming they just wanted to give someone else a turn? But, like, damn. Damn. All right. Let's see if we can find some Skully theories to cap off the stream. I mean, I honestly, I feel like it was pretty straightforward. Oh, this I think was before, actually. I don't think this is gonna help us very much. Yeah, okay, so this is the before time. So here's what I think it is, right? I think that in the past, oh god, guys, it's like it's a space and time for you all over again. So in the past, I think, also it's possible that maybe like Epal just can't sing, you know what I mean? Like his voice actor, so they like kept a couple of them out. What was I gonna say again? Oh yeah, so here's what I think happened. Skully, in his time period, opened the book at the same time. I thought he could confirm from the, oh yeah, maybe he could. Well, I don't know if they used his actor for that or if they had like a substitute. I'd have to ask someone to check. But, okay, so I'm assuming, right, that Skully, let's say 500 years ago, because I love a Genshin thing. 500 years ago, Skully went to the book fair because he was sad, alone, and depressed. And he found a book on Halloween, and he was like, oh my god, this is so cool, bestie. Or whatever. I know that technically the books don't seem to show the story until it reads what's inside of your heart, but I still think that that was what was in his heart. I think Skully is the book activator, right? And so it reacted to what was inside of his heart. Meanwhile, in present day, that same book is still at the book fair. Now, why Skully didn't buy that book after he picked it up, I couldn't tell you. But because, well, seemingly, because he knows, right, that that the Night Raven College boys pick it up in the future, he probably left it there on purpose so it would still be there in the future, right? So he's from 500 years ago, let's pretend, right, before Crowley was even head mage or headmaster or whatever of the school, right? And he's friendless and alone, and we don't know if he was even in Ramshackle, though. He doesn't necessarily say that. Right? But I still think he's lonely, and his whole thing was that he was, like, too arrogant to other people about his way, and, like, you know what I mean? Kinda being, how do I say? Like, he's, you know, sort of arrogant, and he's like, I just want to talk about the thing that I want to talk about, and, like, blah, 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 right? So I don't think he's a ghost when we see him. I think he's alive. Like, I think he's okay. Like, I think he's a real person. You know what I mean? But I think that, like, it was a timeline, timey-wimey thing. Which is interesting that the books can go across time, because then that makes me wonder if this is ever going to happen with the other House Wardens, and we are going to see, like, the truth ever of, like, Queen of Hearts or the truth of Maleficent, right? Or the truth about whatever. But yeah, I don't think he's alive. It sounds like he's... I mean, obviously in the present, he's not alive. But I mean, it doesn't sound like he was dead at the time of the thing. You know what I mean? It sounded like he was fine. See, I was wondering if he was actually in dysomnia or something, and that it would be a big... Like, that would be a big thing. Oh, yeah, here's an interesting post. Let's read this one. Okay, this person says, they don't state Skully's dorm, just that he graduated hundreds of years ago. At one point in book 5, he is told about which dorms the SSR NCR students are from and seems to recognize the name of the school, but it's not clear. He just sort of repeats the names of the dorms as they say them. We currently know that Pumphamore is the oldest dorm, implying the other dorms were established later. See, that's kind of interesting. Right? Fans speculate that the relative age of the dorms is related to the original movies, but this has been yet to be canonized, and obviously we know that the school has been around for 500 years because of Lilia, right? So, here's my thing, like, here's what I think, right, about that. Like, I think, obviously that's a fun Easter egg, but at the same time, that kind of implies that, like, the dorms were in flux. Like, maybe everyone, like, the school started with just one dorm, and then slowly... right? Like, the school started to expand, right? This means it's possible that some of the dorms didn't exist in Skully's time, and the processes nowadays weren't in place. However, it seems like Scarabia, SavannahClaw, and Dysomnia might have been around since Skully says them. Though again, that's not clear if we go with the theory that the dorms' ages correlates with their IRL film dates. I mean, I don't know if Skully doesn't recognize them, as long as he... I mean, I feel like he kind of does, but then he just keeps it to himself. You know what I mean? Anyway, then this person listed all of the other dorms, right? And like what they could have been. Like what could have been Skully's dorm. This person says Hartslable because of the strictness, Skully's strictness. Pomfamore, because of his manners, and then Ingenhide. But then in his outfit, he's dressed in his Halloween outfit, not in any of the dorm outfits. So I kind of think that his portrait, because if, like, I get, like, they were all changed clothes when they were transported to the world, but if Skully was in a different dorm, like, wouldn't he have to be wearing his dorm uniform? So I almost feel like that ramshackle is the only thing that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think that ramshackle was probably abandoned even before Lilia, to be honest. Because here's what I think. I think that in regards to Skully anyway, that ramshackle is just for the, like, where the people that don't really belong to any dorm go, but they know that the people belong at the school. So maybe here's what happened. Here's my theory, right? Maybe it's possible that in the past, right, Pomfamore was the only dorm, but then some people got invited to the school, but they didn't fit into Pomfamore, right? If that was the first one, if that was the oldest one, okay? So then, right, those people that were in Ramshackle went on to establish another dorm because they were like, actually, I think that this school needs ideals like this and that and the other thing, right? So I think that that's what happened. I think that Night Raven called a bunch of mages, and some of them fit in Pomfamore, but then some of them didn't, and then those students went on to start establishing the other dorms, right? As technology progressed, I'm assuming that that's when we got Ingenhide and so on and so forth. So, right, I think that at a time, Ramshackle was probably populated with a bunch of people that, you know, thought differently about a bunch of other things. But then, right, as time went on, people sort of started to fall into one of the Great Seven, and now Ramshackle's basically abandoned because everyone that the mirror calls pretty much fits in. Like, there's not really much more we can do. Even technically, like, Jafar and Scar have a lot of overlap, right? Like in the difference between like diligence and mindfulness or whatever the fuck it is, right? So I think that that's what happened. I think that at a time, Ramshackle was overpopulated and Skully may have had a lot of dorm mates, right? Or maybe Skully was still even from a time where all the dorms were established, right? Because just because he doesn't have a reaction to them doesn't mean he doesn't know what they are. He could have just been keeping that shit to himself. But that's what I think even before Skully, that's what Night Raven, like, that's what Ramshackle was, right? Makes you think if it's the magic mirror is the very same magic mirror from Snow White. Who managed to find it and how was it established into a school? Yeah, like maybe that's the thing, right? Like maybe the school was even established when the evil queen was still alive and nobody knows that, right? Like maybe she was trying to... There's a fly in here. Maybe they were trying to like look for successful mages. Because if we're already being a bit canon divergent with what happened to the Disney villains, like, why not, you know? But yeah. I don't know. Maybe the magic mirror established the school to find somebody to bring her, like, its master back, basically. I think that that's kind of a fun idea, you know? And then it just kind of spiraled from there. But yeah, I think definitely all we know is, I mean, here's what I think. I think Skully was in Ramshackle. I personally think that he was there late enough in the timeline that there weren't that many people in the Ramshackle dorm anymore. Right? Even if it was centuries ago, right? Even if it was 1,000 years ago, like, if we're working in Disney movie time, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that, like, Hades is the most recent villain we have, right? I don't know. But yeah, maybe they'll reveal this stuff more in book 8, but I think Skully's from, let's say at least 1,000 years ago, but all the dorms were established by then, maybe except for Ingenhide, and he either had no one else in his dorm and he was feeling real sad about it, or he was, you know, maybe there were a handful of them, right? And he was like, I don't have anyone to worship, so I'm gonna worship Jack from Halloween Town, or from The Nightmare Before Christmas, sorry, right? And that theory I had earlier of like, you know, I'm gonna have my own great 7 statue with blackjacks and hookers. I think that he basically went on to kind of do that, you know? Like, even before he got sucked into the book, but especially after he got sucked into the book. Well, I think after he did become nicer to his classmates, obviously. Right? But still, I think he was probably a Ramshackle student. And I wonder, because here's what would be interesting. What if Ramshackle isn't just like for the losers that don't belong anywhere, but Ramshackle is for the people that, through space and time and fate and whatever, right, that they will change history. Because I think that that's an interesting idea. Because Skully, if he's from Ramshackle, basically, you know, travels through time in a way, like, you know, in a timey-wimey sort of way to change the fate of Twisted Wonderland. So to kind of put it in Genshin terms, everyone in Ramshackle has to be a descender, right? And so the reason why we're here in Ramshackle is because we're also going to change the fate of the world. Whereas everybody else, again, not to say their contributions are not important, but like, you know, we're the fate changer, basically. Like, we're the ones that stopped Malleus from destroying the world. We're the ones that, you know, that are going to, like, break the mirror once and for all. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know yet. But yeah, I think that maybe that's what it is. We're the ones that'll change the fate of Twisted Wonderland as we know it. And so maybe Skully fell into that too. I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun. Yeah, remember the theory that they used in the manga were the ones before us? Exactly, and they might have failed in, you know, some other way. But I think that we're definitely in a time loop kind of thing. Or at least, you know, across time. But yeah, so I think Skully was one of those, right? You change fate, not a beast tamer. Because I still like my theory that every Ramshackle kind of like house warden is supposed to be in charge of the school, but for all we know, Skully was the headmaster of the school for a time, and then he went on his little adventure, so it could still all work out in the end, but they never say he's the head of the dorm. They don't even say what dorm he's from, so that theory's still on the table, but... Okay, now that we're at the end, what do I think of this event? Okay? Let's go down memory lane. Alright? If I had to say what my favorite events are, I would tell you Beans Fest, Fairy Gala, Phantom Bride. And then after that, it gets kind of like, you know, all of my children are equally, because I love Wish Upon a Star, right? And I love Glorious Masquerade, and after that, it starts to get a little bit fuzzy with Playful Land. I can tell you, like, I guess my top almost 6, right? In that way. I can tell you what's not ranking anywhere, which is the first 2 Twisted Halloweens. I don't remember anything from either of those, other than there was some random Mulan lore in there, right? About the Land of Dragons, I remember that. That's the only thing I remember. Seebeck dropping Mulan lore. As a Halloween event, I do think, let's rank it based off of this criteria, I guess. Art style, phenomenal. Like, they just captured the movie so well, right? Conflict, it is kind of fucked up that Jack knew how to get them home all along, but just didn't send them back, but you know what? I think that's within his character, so, you know, let's go for it, right? Dialogue, it was really good. It was hilarious. I think Seebeck's little character journey was really nice. Again, is it more hilarious than Phantom Bride? I don't know. Maybe I'm building up Phantom Bride too much in my head. Maybe if I went back and rewatched some of my reactions to other events, I would realize it's not as funny as I think it is, but in my head, that was really fucking funny, so it's hard to compare, right? I think what this event has that, like, Glorious Masquerade and Playful Land don't is just the fact that, like, these are not, like, Hunchback of Notre Dame's not Halloween related. I guess they have a fear factor in Glorious Masquerade. I think Playful Land's fear factor is a little bit higher, just because they were gonna get turned into wooden puppets forever, whereas here it's like Skully's a pretty, like, dealt with threat, you know? He's a pretty nice guy at the end of the day. He was just having a crash out, so, you know, it's hard for me to rank off of that. Oh, they're all right here. We can just look at them all side by side. But yeah, I really like Skully as a character. I think his characterization is going to be appealing to a lot of people. I think, especially for an original character, right? He captures Jack really well without just being a copy of Jack, because maybe that's the thing, right? Rollo didn't really have that much personality that was unique to his character. He was basically just Frollo. Like, I don't know what I would do, I guess. Like, I don't even know how I would fix that. I don't even know if I would want to fix that, because then I feel like we run the risk of making him, I guess, sympathetic, and people would have a problem with that because of how Frollo is in the movie. But at the same time, like, I had to explain this to Arnold the other day. They're not their characters, right? They are not their characters. They are just inspired by the Disney characters, but they are not the children of the Disney characters. They are not the embodiment of the characters. They are just inspired by the characters. They are not like it's not like we're making Mickey Mouse human and this is human Mickey Mouse, like, right? So I had to explain that to Arnold the other day. It was kind of funny. I was like, no, Arnold, like, they're just based off of, anyway, this isn't Descendants, okay? So I feel like Rollo has a right to have a better personality. Anyway. I think out of the three, though, I really liked Ernesto's character, just because it was so, like, scummy and kind of different from what we usually see, but I really like Skully's character. So again, you guys know I suck at rankings. This is why I don't do them. This is why you'll never see, you will probably, I doubt, unless it's something like frivolous and purely I know technically everything's opinion-based, but you guys know what I mean. Unless it's something like ranking the Disney character outfits or something, like ranking all of Ariel's outfits. You guys will probably never see a ranking from me because I'm so bad at it. I'm like, I don't like numbers. I don't like giving things a score. This is also why I don't like to do like reviews and I like to do video essays instead. I don't like to be like, yeah, that was an 8 out of 10. Like, what's an 8 really? I will say though, I really enjoyed it. Here's what I'll say. I really enjoyed it. Probably more than I thought that I would, because I don't really fuck with Nightmare Before Christmas like that. Like, I like it okay, you know? But, like, I kind of talked about, I have criticism about the lyrics and, you know, it's not my favorite Disney movie. Like, I'm not foaming at the mouth to be like, oh yeah, I want to do a video all about Jack Skellington. Even though maybe I should, because, like, in the Disney man lineup, he is kind of unique, but I wouldn't also consider, like, he's not a Disney prince either. He's kind of like a thing that Disney happens to own. That's how I feel about Nightmare Before Christmas, as opposed to being an actual Disney movie, if that makes sense, right? Like, we're not putting Spider-Man in the Disney Prince lineup. Like, that is, you know, when we're talking about the Disney Prince problem or whatever, we're talking about the Disney Prince, the ones that Disney made. Like, I wouldn't even throw the Pixar men in there, right? I love tier lists. I'm just so bad. Like, I'm just so bad. I just hate pitting things against each other. I'm like, everything is good in its own way or it's bad in its own way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's either good at what it wanted to accomplish or it's bad at what it wanted to accomplish. And maybe that's how we can rank them, but I don't like pitting them against each other in, like, because they're all different, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what we can rank them as. How well did they accomplish what they were trying to do? Which I think this one excelled at what it was trying to do quite well. And I feel like that it was pretty well paced, you know, all things considered. I mean, it was just about as long as everything else, right? Because it was 85 chapters, but I didn't feel that like, oh, for fuck's sakes, here we go again. Like, I feel like the bickering also helped with that, because it wasn't just, oh, and now we have 5 chapters, you know, shopping for food or whatever the fuck, right? Like, the bickering made it so, like, it was more about the character interaction and the circumstance they were in, rather than the characters are in a circumstance and we're just gonna talk about it. Does that make sense? Right? That's a problem with these other events, is as much as I like world building and as much as I like to hear about Clocktown and their traditions and whatever, I want to hear about that, but then I want to hear if the characters feel something about that, and usually we don't get that part, but this time we did, so I think the writing is getting a lot better, right, in that way. And it also didn't feel front-loaded with here's 5 chapters about, like, Halloween Town and food and all of that sort of stuff. So, I feel pretty good about this one. I feel like it's definitely, like, if I were to tell somebody, like, you know, if for some reason someone had missed all the events in Twisted Wonderland, right? And they were like, Cal, I can purchase an event. Which event should I buy? I think I would ultimately tell them the Beans Day, just because that features every single student. But, like, this would be a top contender for, like, this is an event I would encourage someone to do if they just got into Twisted Wonderland. You know, it's a really good one. Really good. So, anybody else have any other questions? Questions, comments, or concerns before I leave? I don't want to just abandon you guys, but, like, I could use the rest. Especially before, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep my makeup on, to be honest. Like, how serious is this Disney Entertainment panel gonna be? Are they even going to release anything? Or is it just gonna be like, we have a leak of a trail of, like, a blurry trailer from the I don't know. You know what I mean? They might release Kingdom Hearts stuff, I guess. I guess I should just keep my makeup on, but, like, most of the time when this happens, it ends up being like, we get told about what people saw. We don't actually get, like, release trailers, because it's for the people at the convention, right? So, I don't know. But yeah, speak now or forever hold your peace. If you guys have a question you want to ask me, go for it. Otherwise, this is it. Yeah, I need to go lie down anyway. For sure. But I don't think anything has happened. I read the program, there will definitely be Kingdom Hearts stuff. Well, the question is, I guess for me, Madcap, whether or not that Kingdom Hearts stuff is going to be released to the public tonight or if it's just going to be tomorrow. I'm inclined to think because it's Kingdom Hearts, they might just put it on YouTube, right? And then at the panel tomorrow, we'll get another thing, like another separate thing. But like, do you understand what I'm asking? Like, I'm like, okay, we know there's gonna be Kingdom Hearts stuff, but like, are we actually going to be seeing it with our eyeballs, or am I gonna be hearing from some, like, you know, Disney blogger that was there, and like read a description about what was seen? But I guess I can I'll just, you know, I'll put on like some cute Mickey pajamas or something, you know. I don't need to be all fancy. But yeah, no questions. I think I like the remix better. I think there's something about the remix lineup that makes more sense to me than the OG Fairy Gala lineup. I don't remember. Malleus was in the remix, right? Maybe, or did I just make that up? I don't know. But I think Ortho being there, like, that was cinema. Like, that was inspired. That was how it should have been. To me. I feel like it fit the story better and, like, the Fae culture stuff better. But I guess that's it. So, all right, tomorrow, nothing. Probably. I don't think I'm gonna, I am toying with the idea of streaming Popcorn Pen. Oh yeah, Silver, that's who I'm thinking about. Silver is better to be there because Silver grew up with the Fae. That's what I meant. And then Ortho, obviously, it's like, you know, human, Fae, like Ortho's also out of place. Like that to me made more sense, but. Okay, tomorrow, no stream. I'm toying around with the idea in my mind of whether I want to do Popcorn Panic either before or after the Kingdom Hearts panel, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think, if anything, I might just rest because clearly I need it, but I also might do some, like, reactions. I might try to squish some movie reactions in tomorrow before the Kingdom Hearts stuff. So, yeah. So, Sunday, Trials of Romance, be there, we'll do it all, I think. It's gonna be like 4 hours, just like last time when we did this, but you know what? That's okay. We can get it all done in one day and I'll be happy. Tuesday, maybe. Popcorn Panic, question mark. I still have to figure out when Arnold Hunter and I are gonna do Genshin Guessing. If we do Genshin Guessing on Tuesday, I'll stream Popcorn Panic on Monday. If we do it the other way, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, but yeah. And that'll be it. Then we'll be caught up with every single Twisted Wonderland event. But I think now I'm gonna go take a break. Maybe I'll see if that Elsa thing that we did at the beginning of the stream is salvageable or not, or if I need to re-record it and do something else. But anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thank you guys for coming along with me on this journey. You know, it makes me genuinely happy to see, like, regulars coming in every day. Especially when, like, we're doing Twisted Wonderland stuff, you know? Because Twisted Wonderland's not like Genshin. So it's kind of like, you know, it's me and my 12 disciples or whatever. Like, I feel like that's how it is. Like, the close circle of people that care about Twisted Wonderland. So it's nice to see everybody, you know, coming to see me in my last wind down here of catching up with the game. But I appreciate it. I'm glad I did it this way. But yeah. I will see you guys later if any Disney news happens, or I'll see you guys tomorrow for Kingdom Hearts. Goodbye, Twitch chat, goodbye. Goodbye, YouTube chat, goodbye. See you guys.